I've hit the I've hit the button.
What's up, gamers?
What's up?
God damn it!
What's
Hello,
up,
Live stream over.
What's up, you fucking pussies? Welcome back to Game Grumps.
God damn it!
Bienvenue, power models.
This is
The
my
stream's
power
over,
move.
guys.
The
Thanks
stream's over. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. The game's cancelled. Rocks fall, everyone dies.
It's fine.
It's just the fucking.
Hold on, I need to roll stealth for the rocks. They can't hit me if they don't know where I am.
That's
They
not how that
can't
works.
see me. They can't hit me. That's how it works. That's how.
That is by definition how rolling an attack works. If you do not know where the target is, you can't even aim at them.
How are you supposed to know? How are
And if you swing and
supposed
you're
to
not
know?
if you're not swinging at the right square, you just automatically miss.
You know what?
So where
that's
am I,
fair.
I'm ready to
Boone?
get this
Where
started.
am I, Boone? Can your rocks find me?
If I
Yes,
roll
because
a
they're
30
an area
on
of
my
effect
stealth
attack,
check,
fuck
then the
you.
rocks can't find me, obviously.
The rocks are an area of effect attack. Fuck you.
I love it. I fucking love it.
But where am I, Boone?
Where am I, Boone? Where will the rocks fall, Boone?
We're
You
not
can't
on
do
an
it as a
actual
reaction.
map. It's Theory of the
Anyway.
Mind, Boone.
I know.
The
But
only place we can hope to hide is somewhere other than this stream, Boone.
basically,
Oh shit! I completely forgot to factor in the fact that archery is my fighting style, which means
Yeah,
my
Please
ranged
do.
attacks.
Please put that
Okay.
in there.
How do
Can-
you forget
we
your
don't-
fighting style?
Okay. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the 0 Hour. I am your host, Boonslayer.
Slur.
Yes,
The
that is
Slayer of
me.
Boons.
Yes, aka the Boon Daddy Supreme.
Now at Taco Bell.
Use promo code Boonslayer to get 10% off.
This
Get
is
use
sponsored
promo
by
code
Taco Bell.
Boonslayer.
Man, if we were sponsored by Taco Bell,
Oh man, I fucking wish.
I will sell myself out for Taco Bell.
You go
Like-
get the better taste in fast food.
No, I'm
I
actually
will-
kidding.
I will
Like,
sell
I don't like Taco
myself.
Bell's food at all.
Taco Bell, if you're watching, hey yo, what good? Hit me
Promo.
up,
D&D
sis.
promo.
give us
Give-
that.
give-
Give
give
us
us-
that
give
sweet
us-
sponsorship.
Give us the sweet chalupa deals.
Give us
Give-
the
Sweetest of chalupa-based
give us the
deals.
give us those disgusting. What was it? Nacho fries.
God, they actually look good. Is the worst part. I'm so
I know
upset.
it's.
I'm so mad that they
pathetic,
actually
so
look
disgusting.
tasty.
They
I know.
actually are
Us
Us
tasty.
getting
I've
our
had
bullshit
them.
out of our system, Boone. We had no idea it was even coming.
And
I'm
it's
gonna
like
eat the cinnamon twists, and I will be content. Thank you.
it, also that disgusting looking like fried chicken taco shell that looks horrifyingly atrocious. Yet I want one.
Yeah, it's also
Make
actually
better
good.
decisions.
It's actually a better idea than. It's actually healthier for you than doing a regular ass taco shell.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's protein in there, but it's also fried.
Oils.
Yeah,
Same
it's
time.
more healthy than a chalupa
Oils
shell
and
because
fat.
because you're getting rid of most of the bread.
That's true. You are getting
Yeah.
rid of the
It's
carbs.
still, I think it still evens out a bit. So if it's
Yeah.
fried, then it kind of puts that back in there.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Anyway, did we get all of our bullshit out of our system?
Fuck
maybe
no.
we'll see.
The more will come out as time goes on.
Who knows what
Um,
the fuck he signed up for when he said that I could be on this stream? This is nobody's fault but his own, and he's
Oh, yeah,
very
totally.
aware.
Oh yeah, totally. So the 0 Hour takes place during the War of Valkas in the year that would eventually be known as 0 AV.
Okay.
You guys are currently within Valkas, and you guys are part of the Vulcan military, having risen up the ranks some more quickly than others. And for those of you watching on the stream, their current location is where the red dot is.
Over there.
Yeah, over there.
It's over there.
Over there. It's right there. It's like just about in the middle of the screen. It's like... And yes, I will be
It's
moving
over
that.
in the there direction.
I will be
Yes.
moving the red dot as you guys go to some different places.
Nice.
So, we'll start at the top and have people introduce their characters.
Okay.
So, let's
Yes,
hear about
that means
Clarice. Yeah, let's hear
Okay.
about Clarice.
Well, she's a Furbolg cleric, Grave Domain cleric, from originally born in Briarbend, but was orphaned and then grew up in the church. And is just like, okay, I guess I need to do something with my life, so she joined the military. And that's where she's at. She's very depressed.
I mean, wow. Not to put
Okay,
too
then.
fucking fine a point on it.
Wow.
I accidentally made her my depression manifested as a D&D character, so that's what we're dealing with tonight. Have fun.
All right, cool. That's great. I like. The thing is, I've done depression manifested as a D&D character. Heaton's done depression manifested as a D&D character.
It's
I'm
how
pretty
you
sure
cope.
Cosmo.
It's-
Yeah, I have.
Cosmo has.
Hi, Sora.
This
how
was an
are you?
accident.
Several times, from what I can tell.
And the war isn't even the thing that's depressing her. She just needs to find a place where she belongs.
Aw.
And the war is a nice distraction.
It is a nice distraction.
I find that traditionally war is a great mental escape from how much I fucking hate myself.
Yeah. Speaking of hating yourself, Heaton, why don't you introduce Jasper to the world?
The funniest part of this is that he couldn't possibly hate himself less. My character is Jasper Sloan. I am a tiefling dragon blood sorcerer. He is formerly from a very rich family, and then he sold his soul to a fucking demon lord, and now he's been ousted from his family for around 10 years.
Cool.
He is here because he was leaving Arakashi to escape one war and fucking accidentally bumbled into another one
As it was starting.
as it was starting. So we have the meme of Jasper's just like, well, I have to leave Arakashi. I don't want to get caught up in this bullshit. Walks into Valkas just as the door slams shut behind him. Well, fuck.
What could possibly go wrong?
This is my life now. Okay, I guess.
God damn.
I'm here to cast spells and fuck your wives because I am a charisma caster.
Queer, just deal with it.
I like
mean,
how we went from
is
the
Jasper
character that
queer?
has a 6 to a one that has a 20 charisma.
Yeah, I love that as well.
Is Jasper gay, bisexual?
Jasper, you know what? If you can figure it out, you win $100.
And there's no one alive who can figure out my sexual
sexuality.
preference.
Yeah, that's basically it. He's basically Alucard. He'll fuck anyone. So pan, I guess, is the best way to describe it. You want to do the sex things? Sure.
So speaking of kitchen utensils, Cosmo.
What?
Okay, first off, fuck you.
I don't get
Second of all, you're right.
Second of all, you're not wrong.
it. What is she, a fork?
The
Okay,
garbage
well,
disposal.
my character's name is Peyton Kadar. She is a human paladin. She is from, Am I saying it right? Carmora?
Carmoria.
Carmoria, thank
You
you.
can't tell, but it's
which, by
that
the way,
big
is
red blob down there on the
That
southern
big
yeah,
border
it's
of
the
blob.
big
Valkas.
red blob. It's the big red blob to the south.
Yes. She was born and raised there. She grew up in a poor farming town that was always raided by bandits and looters, and when they sent guards to protect the town, she became inspired by them and she wanted to become a knight as well. So when she got older, she left home and made her way to Valkas.
Valkas
Just
is
in
well
time-
known for
just in
being
time
an
for the
equal
war.
opportunity employer.
She showed
Actually,
up just in time
you
for the war.
you said that you showed up in Valkas like 2 years ago, yeah?
Yeah.
This wasn't just in time for the war. This was in the middle of the war. Because it started 5 years ago.
I showed up just in time for the war.
You showed up in the
Again.
middle of it, and they're like, who the fuck does Carmorian bitch?
I'm here
'Cause-
to slay non-justice.
I am here to slay pussy.
and literally, like, no one trusted you when you showed up,
Yes,
because
no one
Carmoria
trusts
were
me.
like Carmoria was like the main country starting the aggressions with Valkas.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the inciting incident was Valkas annexing part of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Which,
Well, it's funny because she doesn't like what Carmoria is doing either. But no one will fucking believe her.
Why will nobody believe that I have issues with my fucking government?
It's not like that's not relevant today in any way, shape, or fashion.
Mm-hmm.
uh-oh,
Ooh, we're getting political here.
Yeah, Rhythm left the chat.
It's a war!
How dare
Cosmo!
How dare Rhythm leave this chat?
Rhythm,
I can't imagine why Rhythm would want to
Join-
get the fuck out of here.
join, join
Rhythm's
you,
like, I gotta
bitch.
get the fuck out of Valkas.
Speaking of getting the fuck out, Rolen, Skipper.
Yeah, so I'm just coming up with most of this on the spot. Rolen was part of one of the annexed tribes in Hawaii. He's been serving in the Vulcan military ever since as sort of a draftee, since obviously when you conquer a place, you tend to incorporate their units into your military when you're fighting another aggressor.
Which
He's
is
just been a part of the Valkas Scouting League for a while now. Not much else to say.
Okay, and to clarify sort of the history of what's going on here, because all of you got some form of this information. So basically, the inciting incident was the point when Valkas annexed. It wasn't like they annexed a big chunk of Hawaii. Hawaii has never really been all that united at this point in history. They were a group of tribes, and they basically sort of coalesced together as basically to operate on the international field more so. And they had a trade agreement with Valkas regarding the ports in this area. Both sides have a different story as to what really happened here. Valkas' side of the story is that Hawaii violated the trade agreement that they had with them, which created conflict. Some tribes in Hawaii agree with that and are fine with what's going on here because they're like, Valkas basically was in control of that area anyway. We don't really care. Others say that Valkas was pressuring Hawaii politically in that area beforehand, and functionally they were the ones who were violating the trade agreement. Or rather, finding loopholes in the trade agreement would be probably a more accurate way of putting it. And again, some people in Hawaii agree with the side presented by Valkas. That's important to note, that Hawaii isn't even united on like who they believe in that. And after this, Karmoria basically called out Valkas for being like super like expansionist and crap. And let me just show you what Karmoria looks like, so that you get a good indicator of why that might be a little bit off-putting for them to say that.
Little hypocritical.
Little bit hypocritical.
Is it chocolate pudding?
It's a lot of pudding. It's a lot of pudding, and like, unless I like zoom out the map and like ruin my entire setup.
Oh Lord,
I can't get all of Karmoria. Yeah, I guess you're catching up and seeing on screen what how big it was.
It a big boy.
It a big boy.
It a very big boy.
Not a big fucking boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, guys,
And-
that's where I'm from.
Yeah, you're from like the northern part of that more so.
Yeah, so I'm closer to Valkas, or I was closer to Valkas before I came in.
Right. And again, like part of the reason Karmoria was concerned was because of how like aggressive a change of policy this was, which that's true. But again, for Karmoria to be the ones calling that out seems a little bit weird to some people. It's almost like there's not a definitive yes or no who's on
who's at fault.
right.
Facts are, though, that Hawaii split down the middle,
Yes, quite literally.
and
Yeah,
Valkas
that's-
now has proper ports, which could serve to be a threat to Karmoria down the line.
Down the line, they would have to. I mean, if you look at where the ports are and where the ports in Karmoria are, they'd have to cross the entire freaking continent. Like Cheon Bly is much more of a naval threat to Karmoria than Valkas is. But that's basically the backstory, and you all are fairly high ranking at the very least. And you have been called to be briefed on a very important mission with someone very important.
As
And that
opposed to a very unimportant mission with someone very important.
Yes.
No,
Hey,
a very
guys.
important mission with someone not important.
Hey guys,
So
did
you
we forget to
guys-
mention that this is important?
Yes. This is so important that the place that you're at now, that red dot, that's the capital.
Fuck yeah.
Nope.
Sure,
That's
is
the
close to
capital.
the old Hawaii border.
Yeah, it sure is.
That seems like a really bad idea.
They're not a unified country yet, so
Yeah, they weren't really that unified of a country. And countries have capitals that are close to their borders all the time.
Not when they're freshly annexed and currently fighting a war with another hostile power. But you know what? That's neither here nor there.
I mean, to be fair, the capital is far away from their actual problem, Karmoria.
Yeah,
Militarily, that is quite the advantage.
like Hawaii, like some are trying to fight them, some aren't. In reality, what's happening in Hawaii is a civil war that Valkas is in the middle of.
The literal middle of.
Yes, the literal middle of. So you guys head to the Capitol building, and the person that you're meeting with is an ASMR, who, for those who don't know, typically have straight up white skin. And this particular ASMR is dressed very formally, and I would hope so, because this is the country's leader, the Exarch. And his name is Avasi. And he, well, you all know that he was one of the 5 adventurers known as the Heroes of Valkas.
The heroes of what?
The Heroes of Valkas.
Oh.
And they saved the world in, like, multiple times over. Let's just put it that way. And for a little bit more on Avasi, let's do some history checks.
Cool.
Okay. What's my history?
First rolls of the game, folks.
Yeah. You want us to put it in the rolling room?
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be a flat 10.
I have
Okay.
proficiency.
13.
Good thing about that, that's a 9.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. By the way,
That's
for
about-
those
I
who
don't know
don't
shit about
know,
shit.
when we reference a dirty 20, that's what we're using to refer to as a non-natural 20. What did you get?
I rolled a total of 9, so I don't know shit about shit.
I
Yeah, you're-
technically lived here the longest out of all of y'all, so like this makes
Yeah.
sense
It
probably.
makes more sense.
Jasper, you're from Arakashi. You know about the Heroes of Valkas, but you got no fucking clue what they actually did.
Couldn't have less of a
know
point of
them, but you know them.
Yeah.
You know that they were people.
I know
They were
of
peop-
them.
Yeah,
You
they
know
were
they're a big
people.
fucking
and
deal.
They were people, and they were important. Rolen, you don't really know a whole lot necessarily about what they did either. You definitely remember this group of adventurers coming through town at one point. Like, how old are you?
Let's go 125 because C elf.
Right. It was probably like 15 years ago. But you don't remember too terribly much. At soonest, it was like 10 years ago. That's for sure. Next ties with Peyton. Peyton, you know a little bit more about the Heroes of Valkas. You know that one was Archimedes, who is an Arakakra and a wizard.
I was about to say, he's hard.
He's a blue Arakakra, which means he's extra rare.
Ooh.
Considering,
Pass.
He a fancy boy.
but also considering how long Arakakra live and how long
Yeah.
and how long it's been 10 years. He might be just dead at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's probably dead.
Yeah, but you know, obviously, if he's one of the goddamn heroes of this area, he
Yeah.
There's at least a statue probably.
Yes, there's statues.
Okay.
There's statues like in Carmoria too
Mm-hmm.
of
Oh,
these
okay.
people. Although Avasi's statues in Carmoria have since kind of, not so much. You're not
No,
you're not as familiar with all of the others.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I know the most about Archimedes.
Yeah, you know the most about Archimedes and Avasi. They're the one because Avasi has done notable things after, and Archimedes.
Yes.
I mean, fuck you. Like, people are gonna spread that memory because he
Yeah.
fucking deserves
With
it.
Archimedes, it's because he's cool and he's dead.
Yes, he's cool and he's dead. Clarice, which country did you say you were originally from?
Briarbend, but then I moved over at around the equivalency of the age of 8, so basically most of her life was in
Okay,
Valkas.
and how old are you now?
Young adult. I mean, I have at least reached maturity of 30, so probably 30s of some kind.
Okay. So you don't so you've definitely you've seen the heroes of Valkas directly multiple times over, because they're the heroes of Valkas. Of course, the main place where they were saving the day is Valkas. You know Avasi. Avasi, you've probably met Avasi before, even if it was in passing. Archimedes, you know a lot about Archimedes. You also, yeah, you know a lot about Archimedes. Drogon is the Goliath barbarian. He no longer lives in Valkas, although people aren't 100% sure where he lives now. Medrina is the Summer Eladrin cleric. She moved out to the Great Desert. And Valkas, a rogue dragonborn, moved somewhere. Of course, no one knows where the rogue is. Of course, no one knows where the rogue is.
No, I don't.
They let their damn thief out of sight.
Yeah, basically. But for that dirty 20, I will give you more information on Valkas. You do know that presumably she did go towards the east, which that's where the Great Desert is to the east. For those who are looking on the stream, this orange blob over here, let me just move the maps a little bit so that they can see it. This orange blob over here is the Great Desert, and it's big too. It's controlled by no one because nobody wants a fucking desert.
No, there is strategic value to controlling portions of that desert.
We'll save that for like several campaigns in the future.
Direct trade routes. Never discount them.
That campaign already happened when it was called Ard Mandaleo.
No. I mean, the one where it's...
Yeah, when's the next episode of that coming out?
Hush. No, I mean like the real Great Desert campaign. Y'all went into the desert a little bit, but y'all didn't do all that. In fact, y'all went into Carmoria more than you went into the Great Desert. So anyway.
Zombies.
Cool, I went home a lot.
Not you, the other.
No, that was Ard.
That was Ard.
Oh.
So, but yeah, you know that she went down. She went somewhere this way, possibly, maybe here. Although, that seems like a very roundabout and dangerous way to get to the Southern Badlands if that's where she was going. So, seems sketch.
She's a cleric. She's fine.
No. This was the rogue.
Oh, the 8th key's a rogue. He's fine.
And the rogue is a she, by the way.
She's fine.
Yeah. So, you guys meet in Avasi's basically strategy room, and there are chairs.
Room.
Yes. And there are chairs, and Avasi says, "Please have a seat."
I sit.
I'm
very tall, so I sit.
Jasper has a little bit of difficulty, with his digigrade legs, but his goat legs and his tail, so he figures it out.
Peyton will sit down as well.
Taking a seat.
All right. So, Avasi sits down, unfurls the map.
It's the map, it's the map, it's the map.
Yes,
Please
thank
continue.
you. Yes, thank you.
You're banned.
And obviously marked is where the capital is. There's definitely a whole lot. There's a whole lot of fighting on the border, so that's marked as the fuck zone, basically.
Welcome to the fuck zone.
That's basically what's going on there. That's the fuck zone.
Please tell me it's actually labeled the fuck zone.
Yes,
Oh my god.
yes, it is labeled the fuck zone.
Oh my god.
Sure, why not?
I love it. Oh my god.
And the thing is, the fuck zone. Avasi points towards it. And it's like, it seems like the front lines are moving a little bit further into Valkas.
Things are bad, yo.
Yes, it's not going well. For some reason, we've had multiple scouting reports that have come back a little bit. Well, they've gone in another direction. Either someone's informing them of what we know, or we're being given false information somewhere down the line. But I know a way to fix it. Which is where you lots come in.
You're suggesting that there's a spy?
Potentially.
I mean, it's a war. Obviously, subterfuge is going to be possible.
I do not need your attitude.
I'm just stating a fact.
He does have a point.
Just relax, sweetheart. Take the stick out your arse for a minute.
Please continue, sir.
Thank you. So, as I was saying, shit's right fucked. By the way, Avasi was the group's paladin, so...
I love him.
He is amazing.
It's like... But I know where there is a rune that can give us better sight of what they're doing and be able to stop their invasion. There's a catch.
As there usually is.
I'm going to guess it's infested with monsters, enemy troop emplacement, something along those lines. Am I right?
It's fairly deep into Karmoria.
Ah, behind enemy lines.
I see.
Tragic.
Well, no one got anything done just by standing around.
Precisely. Considering we have a proper infiltration expert on the team, and the rest of you have proven yourselves rather capable of dealing with just about anything they throw at you, I figured that you lots would be the best to do the job.
Well, we'll accomplish our mission or we'll die trying, sir.
Good.
I heal real good. Come on, let's go.
So, I'm just going to copy this player location marker. Paste duplicate. Here we go. And we're going to put it right down where it is. That's where you're going.
Stream's gotta catch up first.
Yeah, stream's got to catch up, but you guys will see where you're going.
There
Eventually.
it is. Okay. Ooh.
There we go.
There it is. Okay. Ooh, we're going almost smack dab in the middle of Karmoria.
Yeah.
Not quite middle, but good little bit.
Almost. We're
Look a
getting
little bit in.
Peyton kind of frown. Can we see this map? The character.
Yes,
I would
you
imagine
can-
it's laid out
Okay.
on the war
Okay,
room table.
Okay, Peyton kind of frowns because she knows they're probably gonna have to go through where she lived. And she's not looking forward to that. Because, shock of all shocks, I'm very certain that her home is not happy with her ditching and going to work for the enemy.
Hmm.
So
I can take us along the scout paths up to the front, but beyond that, I guess it's fortunate we have a Carmorian in our midst.
yeah.
Well, ex-Carmorian. Let's give her that much credit.
Well, at least we'll know where we're going.
I can at least lead. Wait, Damn it, I lost your voice. Give me a second. I can at least take you through northern Kalmoria with no problem. But I rarely travel down south.
Okay. So I'm not going to have really much of anything happen on the way to the border.
Of course.
You dizzity got it.
But what time of day would you guys like to try and cross the border?
Night is the best time for me every time.
Should we do
10 times out of
nighttime
10.
Sounds good.
Alright, nighttime it is.
So it's nighttime.
Human is the only one who can't see it. No, the firbolg can't see in the dark either.
Oh,
Don't worry,
And
I've got enough.
the
dark
battle
vision
is
for the
still...
both.
The battle, sure enough, is still raging around you as you attempt to cross
Cool.
by. Yeah. So, as the fighting is going on, it makes a very good distraction for you to be able to possibly get behind enemy lines while you're
We'll
of
just have to look
course
for
more...
enemy outflankers.
Exactly. So go ahead and roll me some perception checks to see if you can see anybody trying to flank. Because obviously,
Got it.
since you're trying to do that, it'd be good to get rid of any opposition trying to do the same thing.
Okay, I got a beautiful 19.
25
Nice.
plus 10 perception.
15.
Okay. So Jasper, you catch one scout trying to cross through. The others do catch that it appears to be a group of 3. And interestingly enough, one of them is an orc. Which is... That's the one... In fact, Jasper, that's the one you saw was the orc.
Yeah,
They're
I
not
imagine
sneaky.
he stands out a little bit.
He stands out a little bit. And they seem to be trying to come from the direction of Aether Rock.
They haven't seen us yet, right?
Why don't you guys roll stealth checks?
Oh boy. Ooh.
That's a really funny joke.
28.
Jesus Christ, Steven.
Oh.
What can I say? Expertise.
I don't know how this happened, but I got a natural 20 plus 4. That's 24.
Beautiful.
I got a 16. Hell yeah.
I got a fucking 10.
Nat 20.
Sneak
Let
boy.
me just...
I am 7.5 feet tall, and I somehow hide very good.
You did.
They have
you did.
managed
Pretty good.
to... They have managed... Oh, Peyton got a 10 on the...
Yeah, Peyton got a fucking 10.
So, well, we're calling this a group check, so that we don't have to make it more complicated. They don't see you.
Okay, cool.
We should probably eliminate them before they become a problem for our boys. And with that, I will knock an arrow, and do I spy an officer among them? Who would be of the highest rank?
Do you have a way to know that?
I mean, I rolled a pretty high perception check. and officers would have a distinguishing feature about them so other troops can recognize them immediately in the heat of glorious melee combat. Considering this is medieval level tech, they kind of
True.
need the visual signifier.
Well, that's true. These guys are just purposely trying to infiltrate and be stealthy.
Does it look like they're listening to one of them in particular?
That's going to require another perception.
Gladly.
How far away from us are they?
We'll say they're about 60 feet away.
26.
26?
Yep. Right
The
there in
two
the rolling room, sir.
They do appear to be conferring with the orc more often when taking orders. Both of the others are speaking to the orc.
You guys lay low. I'll take it.
All right.
As always.
I cast Pass Without Trace. But, yeah, it'll probably be a day before we actually reach the part of Carmoria where we need to be anyway, so I'll have time to get my spell slot. Pass Without Trace just to make it really impossible for them to find me. And I slink off just so I can get a flank on. I got a movement speed of, according to my Dread Ambusher, at the start of my first turn into combat, my walking speed increases by...
You're not in combat yet.
Okay, 30 feet.
Because of the way your abilities work, if you want to attack, you need to declare that we're rolling initiative.
Sneak attack. Surprise round.
Yeah, the surprise round is they would be surprised, but initiative would still happen.
Well,
Initiative would still be
let's roll
rolled as
initiative
normal.
then.
Okay, we're rolling initiative.
Oh,
Excellent.
jeez. Alright.
15.
Just Mr. Ranger Rogue over here,
No, all of
or
you.
everyone.
Everyone.
I mean, all of you know that initiative is happening.
Dirty fucking 20.
Wow.
Jesus crazy.
I'm a spellcaster! I don't have any dex! My strength and my dex are 0!
You should consider taking level Ranger.
You should consider having dex.
He is a soft, rich boy.
He is a squishy rich man.
Well, he's kind of, in fairness, he's the least squishy he could be.
Because
So this is the
dragon
best-
Surprise round.
So
And
this
I
is the
did ask
best case
these
scenario
guys to lay
for
low
him.
real quick. May
Okay.
I take my shots first?
Hold on. So we're in initiative. The order is Peyton, Clarice, Skipper, then the scout troop, then Jasper.
Okay.
Peyton, I'm guessing you're holding action. Do you have any particular
Yeah,
action you'd like to hold?
I am gonna take out my giant ass longsword and hold my action.
So basically, you want to hold your action to if they get in melee range of you, or because they're 60 feet away, they're not going to be able to do that.
True. Well, hold on. I do have. No, I don't want to throw away my dagger. I don't want to throw it in case it misses. And then
Okay.
I don't have one anymore. So yeah, I'm just gonna hold my longsword and hold my action.
So basically, if they get in melee of you, again, very likely to not happen. You'll be ready with that.
Well, can I flank around?
You can move.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna move to and like flank them.
Are you going? You're going to the opposite side that that Skipper is, I'm presuming.
Yes.
Okay. So you're moving to the opposite side of Skipper.
Yes. I will tell my party members about this.
Are you going to use all of your movement doing that, or are you going to use half?
I'm probably going to go ahead and use all of it, just so I
Go
can
ahead
get
and
in
roll
a
me
good
another
range.
stealth check.
Got it. 19.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you whether they saw you or not.
Well, yeah, we're not sneak attacking them, so for us it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Clarice.
I'll hold a sacred flame.
Hold a sacred
on
flame
first
for if
spell
they're in for when they get into range of sacred flame. What's the range on that?
If things go to shit, I'm holding a sacred flame.
If things go to shit, right? What's the range on sacred flame?
60 feet, which is
Okay,
why I
so-
double checked.
Okay, so that'll be fine. Skipper.
All right. I knock my arrow. I take a good long look at that orc, holding my breath as I ready the shot. Sharp. And I fire my first arrow. Now, I am declaring my sharpshooter on this. Sneak attack. So that'll be 1d8 plus. Well, first I have to roll to see if I hit.
Yeah. You need to.
That's all I have.
I think
Because
I
I'm
have figured
declaring
out
sharpshooter,
my
it
dice
is
curse.
The -5 penalty to my attack, but if I hit, 10 more damage. 21 on the hit.
That's gonna hit.
Bow plus whatever cool. I don't know what path you went down for ranger.
Gloomstalker.
All the cool shit.
31 points of damage.
Holy shit.
The arrow just goes right through his head, and he just drops like a rock.
Okay. My turn's not over yet. Because Dread Ambusher. At the start of my first turn of each combat, my walking speed increases by 10 feet. I'm going to do that to relocate. Lasts until the end of that turn. If you take the attack action on that turn, you can make one additional weapon attack as part of that action. If that attack hits, the target takes an extra 1d8 damage of the weapon's damage type. So I get to fire on the next guy.
Don't you have extra attack too? You're
I
always
do,
up.
in fact, have extra attack.
Let me know when in the
Go
next
ahead.
century.
Sharpshooter
It's like,
again.
I was like, I have to run upstairs to grab something. I'll wait until my turn's over, but
That'll
mean,
be a-
shit.
That'll be 12. I
That's
imagine
gonna
that'll whip.
miss. Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Well. Extra attack.
Yep.
20 plus sharpshooter again. And that one
That's-
also missed.
That's gonna miss.
Okay, well, that didn't go so hot. Fortunately, they still have no hacking idea where I am. And I did just kill their guy.
You did. That you did.
As far as we can possibly tell.
Yes.
Who knows? This could have been a very bad idea.
Yeah. It
It's-
could have been.
There's a very high possibility that this was a very bad idea, but here we are.
Okay, so here it's the scout troops' turn. Let me give you a little bit of perspective of what's going on from their point of view.
Paint us a word picture.
So, what these two see is they see an arrow just go through their boss's head, him drop to the ground, and they see arrows two more arrows whizzing by them. Guess what they're gonna do when that's
Fuck
happening? They're
Run
gonna
away?
fuck off. They're gonna run the fuck away.
Yeah.
Woo. Nice.
I'm assuming we're not gonna let that shit fly. I'm gonna take a ballpark guess.
I mean, we could.
Yeah, we could.
Jasper just looks at the rest of the party like, are we letting them? Are we...
Clarice
Um,
drugs. She's not the
yeah, I was-
tactician here.
I was about to say,
No,
this is
but
something
that's-
that could count as Clarice's trigger for Sacred Flame.
Okay, then I'll launch it at one of them. They have to make a dex
Okay.
save.
They have to make a dex save?
Yep.
what is your spell
Max
save
it
DC?
can be 17. Without augmentations, that is.
Do both of them have to make a dex save or just one?
It's a single target,
Okay.
I
Well,
think. Yeah.
go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so I get to roll 2d8. Oh, that's pretty good. 18 to get to add my whiz mod.
18 is the damage.
Yeah, but they don't.
Well, here's the thing about that.
They don't take it if they pass.
Well, here's the thing about that.
It's radiant damage, right?
He crit failed,
Oh.
so
Excellent.
that's 36 damage. He lights on fire, screaming. He drops to the ground as he's trying to run away. The other one is bolting. The other one is still bolting, going to move and use an action to dash, getting 60 feet away, back towards Aether Rock.
I'm gonna take it. Can I take a shot at him?
It's not
Max
your
range
turn.
on my longbow is.
it's not
It's not your turn.
Okay.
It is Jasper's turn.
He's gonna sit there and watch the poor guy just run, and he just shakes his head and just lowers his hands, and he goes, "No, I think that's more than enough of that." And he's just gonna let the guy go. Fuck it.
Now I have a question. If we're just gonna let him go,
Yeah, are we letting him go?
I don't know if we're letting him go, but Jasper's gonna let him go.
Okay, Jasper's letting him go. Peyton, your turn. What are you doing?
I sheathe my longsword. I'm going to let him go.
Okay. Clarice, what are you doing?
would it be still possible for me to use my action, and because I'm Path of the Grave, Grave Domain, I can use, can I use, would it still be possible to use Spare the Dying on the two that we assaulted?
No, they're dead.
Okay.
They're dead.
Well, I wasn't
dead.
expecting
One
to
is
kill the other
cooked,
one.
and the other got sniped.
I was about to say, there's
no
an arrow.
scoped.
I
Yeah,
mean,
there's
it
an arrow
was
in his
worth
skull.
the ask, and then Clarice is just gonna sit there.
Skipper,
Sure,
what are
the
you
government
doing?
would have a- Well, considering my sharpshooter feat means I don't have disadvantage on my max range attacks, I'm gonna line up another shot on this poor bastard.
So you're going to commit a war crime?
I'm firing on an enemy.
Yeah,
An
no,
enemy
no,
that's
retreating.
retreating.
That's a fucking war crime.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
war
you-
crime, dude. Just fair warning. I mean, you can still do it if you want, but
Okay.
fair warning,
Let me
that's a war
ask you,
crime.
How many wars have had a rout happen that didn't end in most of the people involved in that rout dying?
All of them post Geneva Convention, because that's when we decided that things were war crimes.
No. To be fair, this is technically in the past.
Yes.
I mean,
So
yeah,
I'm
if
going
you
to-
want to be a fucking monster about it, go for it.
Yeah, I was about to
Sure.
say, if you want to be a monster, you can do that, but just know there's the potential for consequences later.
Skipper's the reason the Geneva Convention of Estrea was made.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, go for it.
So,
Sharpshooter,
okay, so we're doing this.
17.
That'll hit.
I'm gonna say sneak attack doesn't apply because he knows he was just getting shot at.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
sneak
Hunter
attack
is
doesn't
smart,
apply.
But I do get sharpshooter, so
I mean, if he doesn't know where he is, it technically counts, but you know, semantics.
Yeah.
21 damage.
Jesus.
It's enough to knock him unconscious, but not outright kill him.
Well, I'm gonna sneak over, take my arrows, and leave.
can't resist, can you?
He's an enemy combatant. This is a war zone.
I am well aware of our situation.
Thanks.
He was
Stop
running.
criticizing and let's get moving.
Jasper's right, he was running.
He's still breathing. Now it's on the medics.
Brutal. Just absolutely brutal.
I have no time for this kind of quarreling, let's just go.
Get into my pass without trace. We're moving. I will turn this stealth mission around.
Well, I mean, if it's still, that thing lasts for like, what, 10 minutes?
I will turn my stealth buff around.
I will turn this party around so fast.
Yeah, so I'm taking all my arrows and
So I need another stealth check. I'm going to give you guys a pass without trace as you guys basically make your way across the board.
I hope so, because he cast the spell.
Yes.
24 for me.
Wait,
Thank
passive what now?
goodness. Pass without
I'm
trace.
saying that it
After
doesn't
your
take
stealth
you.
check.
It doesn't take you like a whole bunch of time to where I would be like, no, you don't get it. Because
Yes.
or worse, make you do
Dang,
two stealth checks,
Clarice.
one with pass without trace, one without. So 24, 24, 19, and 25. That's fine.
Hell yeah. We do the sneaky sneak.
So you guys are now
Pardon.
outside of the war zone, or of the main battlefield, and you're in Carmoria. Congratulations.
Home sweet home.
You're
Right.
not on the main road because that would be fucking stupid.
Of course.
Of course.
Pretty fucking dumb.
Look, we may be violent psychopaths, but we're not stupid.
No, just one of you is a violent psychopath.
Speak for yourself, man. Speak for yourself.
There is a difference.
Got fired. And I missed.
So-
And I missed again. This
And
went
I
on for
missed
several
again.
hours.
And I ate a popsicle, and I passed out in the snow, and I woke up, and I fired, and I missed.
So, how do you guys want to proceed? Because you can go through the forest to get to where you're going, which would require some forest navigation, or you could attempt to take the fucking roads at some point.
I know how to talk to plants and animals.
My favorite terrain is forests. And I have the passive stealth buff.
Say, I don't have a problem going through the forest.
Woods are fine.
All right. In which case, I will need everyone to roll survival.
Ooh, good for me,
proficient.
because my survival is +6.
That's not the worst.
I have a +9 to survival.
17.
It's almost like you guys planned for this possibility properly, like good D&D players.
I just took the Outlander background because I thought it fit.
Yeah.
I just have
24.
really good wisdom.
Yeah. 24, 19, 17, and Skipper?
Hold on, I'm checking the natural explorer rules real quick. So wisdom check related to your favorite terrain. The proficiency bonus is doubled if you are using a skill you are proficient in. Okay, so because I'm proficient in survival, and we are moving through a forest, one of my favorite terrain options, 17.
That's good enough. So it takes you guys. So day one, you guys get a decent amount. There are a few woodsmen around. They don't really seem involved in any of this bullshit. Some of them might see you and just go, "Hi." But I will have one of them roll a history check.
Oh boy.
For
For what?
for Peyton.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
And one of
boy, it'd be
them,
like that.
So one of them does come up to you, Peyton, and is like,
Oh God.
it's been quite a while. How have you been?
Do I recognize this man?
You know that he was someone you knew when you were living in Carmoria. Someone who
Oh.
he
Okay. Do I
probably
know his
sold
name?
furs and stuff.
Okay. Do I know his name?
Roll
Cue the sounds of the
me,
DM frantically looking up a generator.
roll me a history check to see if you remember his name, because you only knew him in passing.
Oh, okay. 6.
I know these panicked sounds because I make them frequently.
No,
I
you
know
don't.
his name.
No, you don't remember his name.
Okay. The fur trader, right?
I have a name. It's
Yeah.
Furry Traderson.
It's fur trader number 7.
How did you know?
Yes, yes, Sealov. I can understand why you would forget my name. We haven't met very much
What's his
before.
name? What's his name?
Sealov.
Aquatic animal.
Sealov. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a while, and I've been busy as of late.
I understand. Are you trying to get back to? You look like you were going somewhere. Or are you trying to get back?
I don't think going home would be the best
Right.
option for me right now.
We're
But,
on a mission from God.
We are not on a mission from God.
I'm on
You
a
don't
mission
know
from
that.
my God.
I mean, it depends.
Well,
it
that
depends
one.
on if you
Well,
ask
that
Avasi.
one's on a. Yeah. Well, that one's on a mission for God, but.
Okay, is
I-
anybody else around? Is it just this guy?
It's just this guy.
But yes, if you'd be willing to help us
I
get through
can
this
help.
forest,
Yes, I can help guide you towards where you were going.
I am in your debt. Thank you.
Not a
I
problem.
just pictured Skipper like just starts raising the bow. Jasper just pushes the bow back down.
Don't
Clarice also does
kill
the same
You
thing.
won't even
Like,
see it if I raise my bow.
Don't kill
a knowing
Scylla.
hand on the shoulder. No.
No.
Can't
If you don't-
afford to be recognized.
How is mother and father?
They are doing is. How old are you?
21.
And you're a human, right?
Yeah, she's 21-year-old
Okay.
human. Girl. Woman.
like-
Whatever.
They are doing fairly well for themselves on the farm.
I don't know why my brain just defaulted to, oh, they're dead.
Please, no. Don't
just
kill
super chipper. Just, oh, they're dead. Oh well, fuck.
Okay, so you said that they're doing well.
Yes.
Okay. Good, I feared the worst, but Doggo. Hey,
Boof.
Clarice, Jasper,
Doggo, come here.
do I have to explain to either of you why we can't afford to be recognized?
Shh. This is amazing. Just shush.
Get out of here, dog. Go. Be gone. Okay, sorry.
Jasper is living for the awkward tension that's currently happening.
Well,
First
anyway,
off, fuck you.
I will be able to lead you most of the way through the forest.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So you guys get most of the way through to where you're going. And where you're going winds up being a town. In fact, I need to move this closer. It's a town further south than you normally go. Like, there's a chance you'd get recognized by somebody.
Oh boy.
But it's not
Not
that
a high
likely. not a high
We
one.
can go around this town, right?
No, this town is your destination.
We are here.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
You see?
recognized.
Just pats. Jasper just pats Skipper on the back. Goes, you see? It's all fine. It's all fine.
I don't like it.
When do
Do
when
you
do
like
you
anything,
ever like
Brent?
when do you ever like anything?
I like the sound my bow makes when I pull the string.
Wow, we don't have enough time
will.
to unpack all of that.
I do not have time for your emotional baggage.
Oh my god!
I feel like emotional baggage is an incredibly light way of putting it. Like, I don't think there's a thinner layer that we could put on that. That being said, we're just gonna put a pin in that for the foreseeable future, and we're just gonna keep going.
Please do.
Jasper
So
is
you guys-
screeching internally. This is the type of person I was trying to avoid.
So
Welcome
we're going
to the
we're-
military.
So you guys arrive at the town of Ruselvik. And how are you guys approaching going into the town? Because you guys don't know exactly which place the rune in question is, but you guys know that it's here.
Peyton, it might be best if you split off from us for a bit.
And why is that?
Because if we're all seen with you and you get ID'd as a traitor, it comes down on the rest of us.
And you suggest I risk my life?
We'll meet you at the op zone. Just try to stay innocuous.
Very well. Are you two okay with that? She looks at Jasper and Clarice.
I shrug. And do you
I'm-
see me use disguise self to make me look like a Comorian? If that's the plural.
All right with it is not the word I'd use, but it
Trust
makes the
me.
most sense.
Trust me, I don't like it either. But
Yeah, man's got a point.
I know. Alright. I will meet you back.
I don't like that music.
Yeah, I don't like that music either.
So
As it happens, I also have disguise self. I will use it accordingly.
Okay, Peyton will split off from the group.
all right,
Jasper's not gonna burn a spell slot.
I just get to cast this for free because I am Furbolg. I look like a human woman. About 2 feet shorter. How tall is Jasper?
Jasper's about 5'6". 5'6", 5'7".
Around Jasper's height.
He's short.
So, you guys head through the town. And let's see, who had that dirty 20 on the history?
That was me.
He's already
You-
very distinct looking, so it's too late to bother.
Okay. So, Peyton, I need you, or not Peyton,
Okay, do you want me
Clarice?
to mute for now?
for the moment, yes.
Okay.
Clarice, I would like for you to go ahead and roll me a perception.
Okay. Well, that's an 11.
Okay, you don't. No, you don't. You don't end up seeing him. Tell you what. Now the other two can roll perception.
That's better. That is a total of... It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Skipper.
Perception?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
I
So
love
you
that
guys.
dirty base.
So although Clarice doesn't get any indication of something being out of the ordinary, really. You guys do notice that near one house, like coming out of one particular house, is a fucking Goliath.
Oh,
Tall people don't notice other tall people. It's just all normal.
this is canon.
This is canon for Clarice. If they're tall, she's if they're around her size, she just thinks of them as a normal person.
Do I
There's a reason-
recognize him? Is he a familiar-looking Goliath?
Roll a history check.
Man, this Sam Riegel method has some highs and some lows. Let me tell you that. That's an 11.
He looks vaguely familiar.
Do you point him out to me?
I do.
Okay,
Do I
Clarice, you don't need to roll a history check. That's
Randall.
Drogon.
Oh yeah, that's that Drogon guy. He was a really cool, important guy.
Huh.
I would imagine he might be out of contact.
Well then, let's meet up with him.
So
Did
do you
say it
guys...
like that?
So do you approach Drogon?
Sure.
Drogon sees you guys walking up and it's like... Hi.
So, we were sent here on behalf of Aussie, and I would imagine you're probably the person we were supposed to be talking
Whoa,
to.
whoa, 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 wait a minute. Avasi sent you.
Yes.
Huh.
Weren't you expecting us to be sent by someone else?
Okay, why, though? Why didn't he just come talk to me himself?
Alright, this was a mistake. We're probably not the person we were supposed to see.
Oh. Then that's an incredibly strange coincidence.
Clarice is
Not-
assuming, so you probably shouldn't take her word as law.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
No, I think
No, if he sent you here, he sent you here for...
What was that?
Well, I purposely had his speech cut off as I roll a history check.
Oh.
He's like... Oh.
oh,
Oh.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure how much of all this you guys know.
we were told shit's fucked sideways and that we were coming for some help. That's the beginning, middle, and end of it.
I know what he's after. I'm not stupid. People think I'm dumb because of the barbarian thing. I'm not dumb.
I don't know why anyone would assume that, friend. If you were one of the great heroes, I don't know why anyone would assume that.
We got this rune that lets you see through time and space or whatever. I'm guessing he wants it because he's losing.
So it's an extraction mission.
And yeah, most likely.
And I'm guessing you guys don't know the So you guys are like with the Vulcan military, right?
More or less. With is a strong word.
Really?
I just make sure that these guys don't die.
Huh.
I tried to be affiliated with as few military forces as humanly possible, as I find that traditionally it doesn't
See, that's
end very
smart.
well.
See, that's
Yeah,
smart.
I don't.
I like
I'm
this.
not. Yeah, I'm not. I try not to be affiliated. Try not to be part of things like that for varying reasons. But the main one being that it tends to result in pain and death. So,
Worse
here.
Hellcat.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. I'm from Arakashi. I'm very aware.
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly. So, can commiserate about how shit war is at any given time, friend. But we're
What about your friend over here?
which one?
Skipper, who hasn't said a goddamn word.
This one's
There's a lot to unpack with this one.
so much. An entire furniture store's worth of things to unpack. But the point of it is, we're mostly here just because we were asked on behalf of some people who need the help.
I suppose the question that needs asking is, do you want us to take the rune with us back to, or do you want to come with us?
That's a more complicated question than you might think it is.
Try me.
I would prefer to talk about this somewhere a little bit more private. Like, there's a house right behind me that's pretty damn
Yeah,
private.
of course. If you, I didn't want to presume invite myself into your home, but if you're offering, I would appreciate
Oh no no
it.
no
Thank
no
you.
no! It's not mine, but the owner's not gonna mind.
All right. Thank you for
Clarice?
your hospitality, friend.
Clarice, go
Uh,
get Peyton and meet us back here.
Did Peyton
Peyton's
get very
turn.
far away?
Peyton gets a nice
Clarice.
little solo piece.
Did what I said get through? Or
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're sending someone to go get Peyton, but you're assuming that nothing's going to happen with Peyton.
Oh.
I was just asking how far away she got before this conversation happened.
Yeah, where did Peyton go?
I don't know. Peyton just fucked off somewhere else.
Well, you need to tell me where Peyton went. Is the point.
She's just kind of wandering town. Is there a marketplace?
There sure is.
Okay, yeah, she's kind of wandering around the marketplace. She had
don't like that tone for that answer at all.
she had okay. She had swiped a like a scarf off of someone's boots and like wrapped it around her face.
Oh, I need you to roll sleight of hand on that.
Okay. 14.
Okay, you managed to do it like subtly enough where you don't get caught stealing a
Okay.
scarf. Because that's what you described to me just now. What's that?
Lawful
It's
good paladin
borrowing.
commits a theft.
It's borrowing. I'm going to give it back.
Because the scarf was absolutely needed.
She's
100% necessary.
okay. Well, you don't know that. I don't know that. It could
I was
be
about to say,
needed.
he absolutely knows that if that's the case. You're
Yeah,
the
but
one.
Yeah, but
I am going to need you to roll a perceptione check.
a perceptione.
Perceptione.
19.
No. No, 19.
19.
So, you definitely noticed someone from the farm town that you were in, that you recognize. You saw them nearly every day.
Okay.
Luckily, they don't seem to have noticed you. And who are you guys sending to grab Peyton?
I sent Clarice.
She
Okay.
immediately, she stops mid-step and like quickly turns and like starts walking away.
Okay, you turn, start walking away, and bump into Clarice. Just run right into her.
Oh, Clarice.
Yes.
Oh, there you are. We got possible contact. We're gonna talk about it inside. Come on, let's go this way.
Of course. She kind of like glances behind her for a moment. Right.
So, as you guys head into the house, you guys do see that on like this little pedestal in like what appears like almost this like wooden box. I need to change the music.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, this isn't fitting at all.
Giving me anxiety.
You were supposed to have anxiety for that last part.
Don't give Heaton anxiety.
I have the anxiety.
Don't give her the anxiety.
I possess it. It is mine now.
Oh no.
No,
This is
I will
my
banish.
anxiety. There are many
I will
like it,
expel
but
this
one is
anxiety
mine.
from you.
So,
There are many like it, but
So-
this one is my anxiety.
so it's almost like a little box, that appears, and there's a room there. Sure enough, is like a small stone with like a carving inside of it, and the carving inside the stone is like glowing this faint blue, and there are like candles throughout the room, and you guys do see someone sit up as you enter. He's like, "What? Drogon, I thought you were..." And he stands up and he sees Drogon enter with the rest of you. And I need all of you to roll history checks when you see this.
Yeah, I heard him.
That's a nat 1!
Aw.
I don't know shit about shit!
Oh,
14.
I'm a big fan of this narrative that Jasper has no idea what the fuck is going on.
Okay. Jasper...
I haven't a clue what's going on right now, but I'll act like I do.
Yes!
Like, slowly- Yeah,
Jasper
okay.
is Jacob Sartorius. Clarice, you don't seem to be able to recognize who this is at all.
Are
You
they an
just know
Arakaka or an Eladrin?
they are an Arakakra, but they're old. Peyton, you think you like definitely a blue Arakakra is kind of distinctive, and you're like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Skipper,
Something tells me we should have gotten an advantage on this because we were just told this a day ago.
how did I not recognize it if I knew all of the people from the squad?
because he's so much older. The aging makes it to where you didn't recognize
Old
him.
Oh, Arakaka. We know
Yeah.
you for only 30 years. There are tarantulas that live longer than you.
Which is weird.
Not even a
considering
lie.
Which is super weird considering that in real life birds live for fucking forever, but sure.
Yeah.
They made turtles live for 50 years.
Um,
D&D, Wizards of the Coast is just wrong.
Which is also,
may-
yes, stupid and incorrect, but sure.
I may make it to where modern Arakakra have longer lifespans, but anyway. They also have a bird race, the Aven, that live longer. Anyway. Skipper, you do recognize who this is, although he's much older than the statues have depicted him, obviously. It's like...
Archimedes, I presume.
Yes, that would be me.
Oh, okay, cool.
We're here on
Krogan-
behalf of Avasi to pick up the package.
there may be some kind of misunderstanding about whether this is a... Sit down. I feel like I should...
Once again, Jasper will have some difficulty, but we'll sit down.
And by the way, there aren't really chairs. There are cushions on the floor.
Okay.
Oh, then it's much easier for him to sit down.
Yeah, he's used
This is
to
ironically...
Oh.
I was about to say, for the goat legs, make it literally easier to just sit on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
I prefer to stand, sir.
Peyton will sit.
I don't necessarily blame you. It is a rather troubling time nowadays.
DM, do I deem it pretty safe in here?
Fucking
Do
yeah.
I dropped the disguise self, so you just see the small human woman just transform back into a very tall furball.
Archimedes jumps. You
Just
have
a
startled
little-
burp.
Poor baby boy.
Oh god, I'm just imagining him immediately like doing the thing where he just poof,
Max!
he floofs on instinct,
does-
and it's
He
adorable
does
for
floof
a
on
split second.
instinct. Yes.
Aww.
I'm gonna
So
keep my
blessed.
disguise up.
It's just it pays to be a little more cautious if you're distinctive and not me. So if you would explain to us what's going on, would appreciate it
Well-
immensely.
We acquired this during our adventures 10 years ago, and I'm not sure exactly what you heard about why Carmoria decided to launch an offensive against Valkas.
Varying accounts differing from person to person. What is
Carmoria would say that it's because of Valkas's aggressions towards Haluaki.
That's partially accurate. I told them to not escalate it this severely. But here's what's going on. To the public, they have stated that there's a concern over Avasi's more sudden changes in policy from the previous regime 5 years ago, and well, that's not simply a change between two leaders that I raised the concern. It's not simply about a difference between two leaders. It's about a difference in Avasi. He was doing fine. I don't know what happened, and I've tried to contact him about it. But based on what I'm seeing, I can tell that something's wrong. I just don't know what. I don't know how to help him. And I didn't want any of this to happen.
I wouldn't imagine you would. Most people don't want war. And I find it difficult to believe that. No offense, mean this as a genuine compliment. That someone like yourself doesn't seem the warfaring type.
No.
Okay, sorry about that.
I know what he's going to intend to do with this rune. He's going to want to see directly what Carmoria's plans are. I'm concerned for a couple of reasons. One of those reasons is that with the way his mindset has been, it's entirely possible he'll see me communicating with them and living here and assume the worst.
Unnatural fear, I believe.
The other part is that if he wins this war, I'm worried that it's going to go to his head. Because I've
Sorry,
seen...
real quick. We're talking about Avasi, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I've seen how that power is... How having authority in Valkas has... I don't want to say he's changed... Clouded?
Found
Drogon-
that there.
Sorry, go ahead.
Jasper tries to smooth it, and he says, "I find that it's not necessarily a bad thing, but there are some men who simply just don't know how to handle the reins very well. They're good men with good intention, but sometimes when you give certain people too much power, they just... things stop mattering when they should."
It goes to that.
Drogon speaks up. I told you the ritual was a bad idea, Archie.
I'm sorry, the what?
Ritual?
Drogon, this isn't about the ritual. It turned him evil. He's not evil! He's in pain!
I don't...
What ritual?
What ritual?
Can't help but feel we're out of the loop on something.
Very...
You've heard of the Titans, right?
Who hasn't?
We
I'm
have.
not in good context. Friendly
Let
reminder
me
that
give-
only
Peyton places a hand on Jasper. He doesn't know.
friendly reminder that the only Titan that Jasper would have known of is the Spider Queen. So,
Hey!
so no, I have, but not.
Actually, let me
not in
correct.
good sentences.
Well, no, you can have a negative opinion of the Spider Queen. I mean, did start
Yeah.
war with East River.
Yeah, not in good sentiment. I'm aware that it's a thing that exists, but
Tell you what, Skipper, go ahead and roll a religion check on what you know about the Titans.
Roll what?
Religion.
Okay, religion.
I assume I, being a cleric, would probably have heard of at least a couple.
Yes, we'll get to that.
Okay.
That's an intelligence check. Unnatural 20.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
filthy 20.
So, so I was going to give you one for sure, but now I'm going to give you the dual Titans, the two dragons. You're very familiar with Kazaret and Ignis, the lightning dragon and the fire dragon, who are both Titans, and they're technically brothers. Don't know how two brothers are entirely different types of dragons, but you know, dragons are weird.
Bahamut sleeps
But, you know,
around. What can I
semantics,
say?
whatever.
One moment he's banging a thunderstorm, the next it's a wildfire.
Bahamut gets around. Bahamut fucks.
Can confirm.
How many
Bahamut
people-
fucks.
How many people want to have sex with the Platinum Dragon?
Lots
A
of
lot.
people.
I would like to note
Speaking
that
of-
this is an entirely different pantheon, and you know,
We're going to have entirely legal and consensual sex.
It doesn't have
Anyway.
anything to do with the fact that Bahamut fucks.
I mean no, but basically they were brothers they most of the time don't get along. But they are also real fucking evil dudes. Big shot. They're... I mean, they're chromatic dragons, so...
Yeah, I mean...
Not that surprising, especially for, like... Before being super progressive with people like Rasmodius.
I don't know if progressive is a word I'd use for Rasmodius, but sure.
Sure, let's go with that.
That's a word for it.
Clarice, you real familiar with the first Titan whose name you can't fucking pronounce and is a mind flayer?
Yeah.
You know, as you do.
You know, as you do.
Sometimes it just be like that.
Sometimes it truly just be like that.
Oh yeah, I know the one that was a mind flare, like bad dude.
Bad dude.
Yeah, ours was pure evil.
Yeah, and Peyton, you're the one you're most familiar with was actually from all the way across the Great Desert. You heard stories about this from someone.
Okay.
A Triton named Jozos, who used his own heart, and much like Avasi, wanted to be able to do more good, and thus sought this power.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just say he wasn't exactly... Well, the way he would phrase it is he wanted to do good.
He went evil, didn't he?
Let's just put it this way. He didn't go evil.
Mm-hmm.
He already was.
Mm.
Because, like, the process of getting the ingredients is kind of what turned him.
I'm
Avasi-
sure that Hitler thought that he was doing the right thing too, but you know, here we are.
Yeah.
Here we fucking
But
are.
Avasi is, like, a very different story, as they're about to tell you. It's like, during the course of our journey, we wound up... Well, there was a point where we slayed a dragon, so we had a dragon's head.
Jasper flinches.
Impressive.
And
No offense, Jasper.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Just talk about. I'm used to people bragging about killing my ancestors at this point.
not all dragons are evil. This one just happened to be enslaving children.
What color?
White.
Oh, well, good. Yeah, I love there's nothing better than the god, you know, I was half expecting him to be like, well, you know, he was evil, he's Chromat!
What?
They say
Finish that sentence.
I'd let you to, yeah. The joke was going to be, no, you can finish, it is fine, he was evil, because he was chromatic.
Calm down.
No, that was a joke, it's fine.
I know.
No,
She just pats her shoulder. There.
I'm not offended by it, I understand, it's fine.
So, anyway. And as for the heart of a Triton, well, it turns out a giant sea serpent counts. It's strange.
I'd like to take up some kind of umbrage with the person who writes these fucking rules. I'd like to know in what textbook these things have even remotely similar physiology.
I'd like to know what the point of bringing up the Titans is, because we're going on a lot about nothing, and I would just like to know what we should be doing.
Sweetheart, we're getting there. Just let the man speak.
Don't.
And as
be
for
rude.
the blood of
6
my
charisma is just
Claire-
gonna happen on accident.
And as for the blood of my Claire, well, slaying Arden McCleary would do that.
Yeah, traditionally.
Need you guys to roll a history check on that. Well,
Okay, history check.
That's not the worst. I have proficiency in that as well.
Okay.
That is
14.
19.
Oh wait, I put it in the wrong room.
7.
I
There
knew
we
a
go.
thing about a thing. What the fuck?
you know who Arden McCleary is because Arden McCleary is another Titan. Like a Death Knight sort of dude, and happens to be descended from my Claire. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when one uses the term Death Knight to describe oneself, it tends to, yeah.
Avasi decided that in order to stop my Claire from being able to come back to this world, be able to battle him should he ever come back, he needed to be able to be there. So...
I don't want to come off as being rude, and I apologize if it does. But that seems a little presumptuous, don't you think?
That's what I said. Mo at least told us that Shy, he even said that Shy told him it was fine.
Well, the nature of it seems like the implication is that he was so great and mighty and powerful that he needed to live forever to do something that someone else could very well do and rise to the occasion for. Understand then.
I suppose that is somewhat presumptuous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. I
But
don't
it
want
was-
to come off as.
It was years later that he just suddenly, out of nowhere, started acting strange.
Do you think maybe it could have been that presumption? The idea that it wasn't enough, or that he needed more in order to be able to do it, that maybe started this train of thought. I find that inadequacy is what makes men make very bad decisions 9 times out of 10.
No. I don't. I have a hard time believing that. At least in Avasi's case. It had to be something else.
Well, he looks at the group and he says, I'm inclined, the way things stand currently, to propose the idea that maybe we just couldn't find it, that it just wasn't here anymore.
If I am completely honest, I would have to agree with you. We could
Just-
not find it. It was lost to us.
Just giving us an oh shite, we thought it was here, but it
Indeed.
that seems they might have moved it in the past couple of days.
And we had no way of tracking it.
Didn't want
I love
to
how
linger
you're saying this all in front of Skipper, who
This
up
is-
to this point has displayed himself to exclusively be a soldier from this country that you're all
True.
considering to
Yes, that's
train.
true. Slowly
He's just-
unsheathes
Yeah,
dagger.
he looks at Skipper and he goes, the thing of it is, the way that things stand currently, we don't necessarily need this. Don't need the thing. Sure, the man can figure something else out. And it's not like these lovely gentlemen are using it for nefarious means at the end of the day anyway.
Well, here's the question. Do we believe him? Do we believe them? Sorry.
I feel
That
like
would require an
How
insight
can we
roll, I
not?
believe.
Yes, roll an insight check.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
oh boy,
Oh,
that's a 26.
10.
17.
11. Going back to the same. I'm gonna go try out the Sam Riegel method, see if that helps me any better.
Well, Jasper?
So I'm gonna tell you guys this much at the moment. Wait, what did Jasper get?
26.
Okay, Skipper, you get the impression that Drogon is not telling the full story. Jasper, Drogon knows exactly why Avasi's acting like this, and it's not the ritual.
He pauses for a minute, and he's along this line of thought. He says, he just looks directly at Drogon as he says it, and he goes, unless there's some information that we're not receiving here that could be of some use.
Yeah, funny that. Stares
You're not
intently at
perhaps-
Drogon.
You're not, perhaps,
Archimedes
keeping
looks at
information from us, are
Drogon.
you?
Archimedes looks at Drogon. Who wants to roll an insight check on Archimedes for that?
I will.
I shall.
I will
I'm
also do
just
that.
Looking.
That's a nat one.
That's better.
6.
Fucking.
Boy, Archimedes sure is blue. That's what
That's a
Peyton gets.
19.
Hold on, I gotta do some quick math. That's a
Pain
25.
on the inside's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my
Alright.
god.
It's so hard to discern facial expressions on a goddamn bird.
Unless
So-
you're me.
So Skipper, so Peyton, boy, Archimedes he's blue. Dabba dee dabba
She's just
die.
like, in her
Blue
mind,
as
she's like,
shit.
in her mind, she's like, holy fuck,
I'm
it's
blue as
fucking
fuck,
Archimedes.
boy!
It's fucking Archimedes.
Skipper, you don't notice anything weird about Archimedes. Like, if Drogon has something to share, then of course Archimedes is gonna look at him. Look in his general direction. Did the music stop? The music stopped.
How dare the music stop?
How dare you.
Let the
It
music
was-
play.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was,
thank you.
yeah, it was.
Da
It
da
was
da 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 da.
anyway, yeah, it was good music. Jasper, you do get you get the impression that Archimedes is a bit confused. Actually, both of you know this, but Clarice picks up on it even more.
Man, you are
Archimedes.
cutting out like a motherfucker.
Well, I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, you can't.
Just thought we'd let you know what was happening.
Archimedes. Archimedes had no idea that Drogon was hiding anything.
That Drogon what?
Was
Yeah.
hiding
Oh.
anything.
You were
This
holding
one's
out on
clean.
me?
I'm
Yeah,
assuming,
Drogon was holding out on Archimedes too.
I want
I'm
to
just-
assume, friend, that you're just trying to keep a friend's secret and that there's nothing malicious occurring here, but you need to tell us what's happening.
He just looks at Archimedes and he says one name. Or, well, he says more than just the name. He says like 3 words. Madeline's not there. What happened to her? Avasi won't tell me what, but she's not there. I don't know if she left or if something happened to her, but she's gone. Archimedes, the elderly blue Aarakocra, walks up to Drogon and just smacks him in the face. Let me just put that into context. This frail blue Aarakocra slaps a Goliath in the face.
Fuck yeah.
Is anyone gonna share with the rest of the class? I mean,
Yeah, this is escalating very quickly, and I'm very confused.
Madeline was his wife.
Oh,
Oh.
God, that's like adopting a heartbreak. Like, it's like going to the animal shelter and adopting a dog that's right on death's door.
Don't know, that's sad.
Yeah. The Aarakocra is married to an Eladrin.
no.
Or am I misinterpreting that?
No.
Wow.
Okay.
Madeline is Madeline was Avasi's wife, and Madeline was not the Eladrin.
Okay, never mind then. Fuck.
Yeah.
So then,
Your fucking cutting out sure doesn't help me.
I don't.
there's not enough pieces to help us put this puzzle together, my guy.
No clue. No, that's not. So what you're telling me? I'm hoping this isn't what I'm hearing, because it sure as hell sounds like he started full-scale fucking war.
For
Because for just
his wife.
I'm hoping that I'm stupid and that that's not what I'm supposed to be hearing.
That's not the reason, is it?
Men have started wars over less, and
That doesn't make this alright. It doesn't make it excusable by any means. I could start a war over a fucking sandwich. That doesn't make this okay.
Then what do you suggest that we do?
Well, I feel less comfortable giving him the rune than I did when we got here.
Then we don't give it to him. Simple as that. The rune was moved, and they left no traces or tracks. We couldn't find them.
Well, there's a chance that he could pressure us for more and more information until we broke, and then finds out that we're just dirty traitors, and then we all get executed. Who knows?
There's also a chance that we give an artifact that can see through space and time to a man who's fucking completely come unhinged.
Then
And we get
go
hundreds
out-
and we get thousands of other people killed. And I don't know about you, but I'm slightly more
I-
comfortable losing my kneecaps than
I would prefer to have less death.
Look,
I
I
would
don't
pref-
want that thing
I would
falling into
prefer
his
less
hands
casualty, if it's possible.
yeah, this costs the least amount of lives. I'd rather we do that.
Oh my god. Am I the only one here who was pretending to be loyal up until this point?
It has nothing to do with that, and everything to do with the fact that they're like, yeah, this dude just started full-scale war because of some personal emotional bullshit, and he's getting thousands of fucking people killed.
So there was no point in me playing them all. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, Yeah,
It
this
just
is-
turned. It
Here
just
I've
wound.
trying
It
to
ju-
undermine this asshole for the past several years now, and here it is. We're all just okay right out the gate with not getting this asshole exactly what he wants. I was going to take the package, kill all three of you if you were loyal, and then take it to the most loyal group in Hawaii, see what they could do with it. But okay, sure. If we're just in agreement that we're not taking it to this asshole, then I see no reason to play this facade anymore. Okay.
This is
you
this is a
alright?
lot of revelations in the span of like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Are you alright?
No,
I
I'm
just-
not.
I had
On-
nothing
on
better
one
to do
hand,
with
I'm
my time,
thrilled I don't
so-
have to try and kill you guys.
At
But
this
holy
rate,
shit, I feel like I've been wasting my time.
at this rate, I am a traitor in 2 countries. At this point.
Okay, no. Epic reveal of traitordom ruined. Glad to know that. Whatever. Okay, moving right along. So,
You know
here's
what?
my suggestion. We take it to someone else.
And who would you suggest we take it
I
to?
think we just leave it with these gentlemen. They seem to have good heads on their shoulders for
No. He knows where they are. Or
Does-
generally where they are. The artifact, the rune, whatever, is safest where he'll least expect it, and I nominate in the tribes of Hawaii.
I don't necessarily disagree with that.
He's looking south. If he won't expect it coming north.
I can't. I mean, yeah, might as well.
If anybody can sneak that shit into that territory, it's gonna be the sea elf. And I pull down my face.
I suppose you have a point.
Why
The
were
man
you
makes
hiding
a solid.
I thought this was infiltration. Clearly, we were meant to be betraying this asshole from the start. Glad to know.
I don't know what's happening. Do you have? I hate to be that guy. Do you have liquor in this house? I'm so
That
fucking tired.
That makes 2 of us.
3.
I'll prepare lesser restoration in the morning in case you go too far.
Appreciate it immensely.
Unfortunately, not. But there's.
That's
He kind of looks a little bit out of it and pale.
Yeah, this has kind of been a lot for everyone in this room.
There's a tavern down the road.
I'm gonna
let's go.
just. Yeah, gonna just.
I will join you, Jasper.
Thank you.
You're
I'm gonna
welcome.
make sure you two don't get blackout drunk.
Yes.
You're a
Good
doll, and we appreciate you.
Indeed. Let's go get crunked.
So you
We're
guys
just
are
gonna-
going.
yeah, boy.
Let's go get shit faced.
Just gonna sit and have a drink and process what the fuck.
Peyton will sit by Jasper and drink with
Hey,
him.
never mind that.
So,
Just
what are you going to?
At
what are
least
you
we're
going-
all on the same page now, Skipper.
So,
yeah. Sorry, I was planning on killing you all.
You
Look,
know what?
you're not.
I literally just had nothing better to do, but
Listen,
don't try to
you're
kill
not the
me.
first person that would have been trying to kill me,
Yeah, ditto. That's not exactly new.
Jasper.
Yes.
What do you plan on doing after this? Once all this
Well-
is over.
Well, I left home to avoid war. Bumbled right the fuck back into it. To be completely honest, I would like to be as far away from any type of conflict as humanly possible.
Indeed.
So to the south then?
As far south as I can get. I
Okay.
just
If we're not gonna take it up north, then
then
I'll take it out into the desert, bury it somewhere deep in the dunes, and forget where I buried it.
I mean, I'll help you. I'll help you take it north. Just after
Indeed.
that, I'm just going right back south. Fuck this.
perhaps,
Just fucking
in all
wow.
honesty, perhaps
I was planning to kill 3 people over this.
I know.
all-
I'm still processing that part.
in all honesty, I was planning on going south. As well. Perhaps we might travel together.
I'd
Yes?
appreciate the company.
As would I.
I got nothing better to do. And you guys shouldn't go without a healer of some kind, so.
I have healing powers.
I mean, I
Healing
can have
powers!
I can heal, but I choose not to.
Where is it?
With your,
I literally have trained my entire life to be able
Oh.
to heal and cure people and bring them back to life. It is literally my job.
I have trained my entire life to do the exact opposite
Are
of
you
that.
always so monotone?
Yes.
Quite a delight at parties, I'm sure.
My charisma is 6.
on a scale of 1 to 20, my charisma is a 6.
I love it. I would say my charisma's a fucking 18. God damn.
20.
My spellcasting
So-
modifier is wisdom.
So Drogon joins you guys with drinking because fuck everything.
Have a seat, pal. Let's commiserate about war, eh?
Yeah.
Fucking wow.
I think I need a walk.
10 different kinds of relieved and disappointed all at once.
You're just disappointed that you didn't get to kill 3 more people.
I'm exactly disappointed because I didn't get to kill 3 people. There's
And
Okay.
we're all
more than-
and we are
If
all
you guys were loyal, there was nothing I'd have relished more than betraying
we
you
are
all. But
all
damn,
and we
This
are
is a-
all just saddened by your situation.
Yeah, I'm absolutely chuffed for you, mate. Fuck.
And you're sure that Avasi's the monster in this situation?
I don't
no,
necessarily
he definitely is, especially knowing what I know now.
look. I don't necessarily think monster is the right word.
Look, I've known Avasi for years. Like, I'm not saying he didn't go off the deep end, because, yeah, he went way off the deep end. Like,
Indeed.
right into shark-infested waters. But,
Deep into the abyss, I would say.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the word I'd use is monster. I think the man's probably means well.
Troubled?
I think
Conflicted?
I think he's
Fuck him, he
trying.
started a war with my homeland. Fuck him.
No, I mean, once again, not saying what happened has any sort of remote justification, especially given the circumstances of why he did it in the fucking first place. But what I am saying is that I don't think that this was started for the
When
purpose
we
of...
expressed our concerns, we didn't want it to become like a full-scale war like this.
Right, I don't think that that's what he wanted. I'm
That's
sure
not what
he
he
just...
wanted either. I don't think that's what he wanted.
No, I bet the man just fucking snapped, but that's the whole point. Is he snapped and can't be trusted with that much power. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's a bad person, it just means that he fucking snapped is what it means.
I'm an orphan and you don't see me trying to start a full-scale war with people.
I mean, exactly, look at me, I sold my fucking soul. I'm not exactly the pinnacle of good decision making.
Hey, funny,
but, you
so
know,
did he. Basically.
Yeah, exactly!
I don't think any of us are. I don't think any of us are the pinnacle of good decision makers.
I didn't choose to be an orphan.
I didn't
Except-
choose the orphan life
Well,
chose me, right?
Clarice is obviously the exception.
I mean, I made a bad decision because of a couple of, a lot of years of
We've
serious problems, but you know, here we are.
we've all made bad decisions.
Drogon puts like a
our
massive
lives.
hand on Jasper's soldier, or on Jasper's shoulder. We all make really, really dumb decisions. I should
Yeah.
know. I'm a
Everyone
barbarian.
makes mistakes in their lives.
No, you're just stereotyping yourself and you just
You know,
said you're
you're-
not stupid.
Your
I'm not
self-awareness,
allowed to make
friend.
it. I'm not allowed to make a joke every now and again. Okay, fine. That's
No, I was about to say, friend, your self-awareness is remarkably refreshing, actually. It's nice to see a man who understands his faults. The thing of it being that I think. I
And
just
you don't
think
have to be
that-
stupid to consistently make stupid decisions, by the way.
That's true. I have family who are absolute right geniuses, but have made some fucking terrible life choices. But like, I think it was just a bad decision because of rigorous emotion, and to be completely honest, I'd just rather not escalate the situation any fucking further than it already has been.
I don't think any of us would want to escalate this.
Yeah, we just move it. We
We'll just
move
push the problem
it
somewhere else.
Like, that's the.
I feel like this is a reference to something. I don't quite get it.
I was about to say, as silly as the
It's very
solution might
popular in
sound.
Kalawai. He must be a very cultured tiefling.
Very cultured in general. It's a family trait. The point is, we just need to move it so that way it's out of the way. It's out of.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. That's all it'll be. It'll be fine.
I have some thoughts. Does he have
What's
any
up?
sort of scrying magic? Does he have any sort of
Oh god.
what is
yeah,
he
that'd be something
capable
to
of
consider.
in case he is looking upon us right now and is preparing to have our heads for being
I
dirty
didn't
traitors?
think about that until you literally just said it.
Look, I have the ability to scry, so I thought maybe it'd be like you said he sold his soul, right? Like what sort of powers did he get? You know, like I get mine from my god. What sort of
Okay,
unholy
well-
abomination?
He looks at Peyton's like, can you do, like, scrying shit?
Can I do scry?
Not at this level. I don't even think.
No.
Paladin. As a paladin, no, you cannot.
No, I
I'd have to.
cannot.
I'd have to take it tomorrow morning, but I
I
can
am-
certainly scry on our boss tomorrow.
I'm not. I am a paladin. So
I mean, that's just, granted,
I cannot.
have the
I cannot
room.
perform that.
we don't have to have you scry on him. We can just look and see what he's doing.
Well, if
I was
he's
about to
just enough
say.
to get this back, I'm just saying, is he capable
Indeed.
of any such things? And should we be
If he was
concerned about it?
capable, if he was capable of those things, he probably wouldn't need the rune, would he?
You know, that's fair.
That's
Indeed.
a
It's
good
just,
point.
it's just best to cover your bases. You never know.
We all just want to be sure. We just want to make positive that we're not fucked.
We really don't want to fucking die.
Indeed.
Controversially.
Look, I'm built to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm gonna do my best.
And we appreciate your consistent
I
assistance.
mean, worst case scenario, I can go with you. I mean, if anybody's gonna be able to beat the shit out of him, it's probably me.
I mean,
would
I could always
certainly hope so.
assassinate him.
I think that's a step that we should consider later.
As long as
Perhaps.
it's on the table, I'll take it.
No, I don't. Look. First of all, he gestures to the person who is his friend sitting right with them, like, maybe this is not the company for this suggestion.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think his input would be incredibly valuable given the circumstances.
Okay,
What do you think?
I'm not a fan of you murdering Avasi. Like, that makes you know better than him, than what he's doing, if you want to murder him basically because
But
you
if
sat
it-
over his girlfriend.
But if he's the same thing as the Spider Queen, wouldn't he just be back in 10 years?
Yeah, he would be. That's another thing about it.
So it would
Okay,
just
So we would
so what
only
we
get
really
20
need to be
apiece.
considering is how do you kill a Titan forever?
I really don't want to sit down and think about that personally. I think that the issue should just be, if need be, given that death is more of a temporary inconvenience than a long-term hindrance, we should consider it as a last resort, because worst comes to worst, we kill him, he comes back in 10 years, and we have 10 years to resolve, and the general area has 10 years to resolve its political situation before he comes back.
It would certainly give us time to plan.
Yeah, so it's not like it would be a real threat to him in particular, so much as it would be a fairly decent inconvenience.
Then it's settled.
So are we going south with the thing, or are we gonna go back through?
What are we doing?
I say we take it south.
I say we take it south. I say we hide it. I say we go back, we tell him, we gauge the reaction, and then if things go pear-shaped, then we, he makes the hand across the throat gesture.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
I nominate we just take it out into the desert, bury it, and we never go back.
I think you've been outvoted.
I don't know.
I second that, actually. That's probably the best way for it. The only reason I'm not super fond of that is we don't know who will dig it up.
Okay, then. Alternative plan.
My concern is Avashi will scour the entire desert.
Yeah.
Alternative plan. We head on a boat to Cheon Blai. We get on a boat at Cheon Blai. We go to Cheon Blai, we get a boat. And we never come back.
We get on a boat.
Take it to a whole other continent. We remove ourselves from the situation entirely.
And
we get on a
Avashi
rowboat
hunt
and then
us
we
down.
row ourselves back to Spain.
The problem is that Avashi knows who we are. He knows our names, faces. He knows everything about us. He will have us hunted down and brought back.
I'm a cleric.
I'm a ranger. I'll see them first. I'll kill them first.
I appreciate your... You know what? I appreciate your confidence in yourselves. The two of us, she said, gesturing to himself and to Peyton, are like, we're right fucked. I'd like to come up with the situation that unfucks all of us instead of,
I don't think you understood. I'm a cleric. I'm not supposed to let anyone go down.
And if someone were to go down and you couldn't bring them back.
Oh, I can bring people back.
But what then?
I can bring them back.
But what then?
I thought that...
Well, then we keep moving, obviously. And nobody goes...
I can bring them back. I have the material.
I don't understand why we're still having this discussion.
I think
it's like 20 minutes later. I can bring them back, but what if you can't? I can do it, but what if you can't?
I think what Clarice is saying is that Clarice can bring people back.
I've never in my entire life seen a cleric who is so confident in their necromancy. This is wild to me.
I am.
It's what's
the
a very interesting life, friend.
Yeah, normally the clerics who are super into necromancy try to become liches, which...
No, you're thinking of wizards, my guy.
No. Clerics will do it. No. Again, clerics who are super into necromancy, they didn't try to become lich, which, by the way, way worse than becoming a titan. There's a lot of murder involved in becoming a lich.
I could imagine.
Like a lot.
Look, all I'm saying is that I refuse to let anyone close to me go down. That's just my point.
First of all, thank you. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you just mean by proximity, that's something. So I feel like we take it. I say we go with the vote should be, as of the moment, I think the best thing to do would be to do as Skipper suggested. I say we bring it to Holowai, we bring it to someone there.
Agreed. We'll have to cut through. Fuck, I forgot the name.
I mean, we can go through Briarbend.
True.
We could loop around through Cheon Blai, right up into Briarbend, and then just into the western part of Holowai. I can find a guy from there.
Let's
do that.
You can bury it in the ocean or something. You can breathe underwater, can't you?
Oh yeah, that's right. I could just bury it at the bottom of the ocean. I could do that.
How about we do that?
I
That
I
sounds
could
like
bury it
the
in
best.
some literal backwater.
No, he's like, I almost forgot. I'm a sea. Like he just,
can
he
breathe
just
underwater.
he just like touches his ear out and he's like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I
God,
don't
no.
understand what the point of this mission was anymore.
All right,
Now
let's
that
do
we
that.
kn- I don't understand what your point was with this anymore, Boone. Now that we know, we just have so many ways around this. We don't even have to confront Avasi anymore. We can just leave. We can take it and leave. We have the whole map.
We've been going for like almost 2.5 hours.
What
Shit,
was
we
the
have.
And
point?
now we're just gonna.
We're gonna
Be
dump it in a
like-
chest at the bottom of the ocean and fuck off.
Yeah! We could just literally ignore the rest of this conflict. If Valkas is
Something
fucked no
tells-
matter what we do, then
Something tells me
why
Boone's not
bother
gonna-
anymore?
Something tells me Boone's not gonna let us avoid conflict.
Oh, I'm sure he's currently thinking of a way to have an interdiction force. Hell, right now he's probably plotting an encounter of mysterious scryed guards busting into our current little bar sesh right now. But the fact still remains. Once we have this thing in our possession, which we can definitely do, we can just fuck off.
Off we fuck. Let's go fuck off.
So, you guys, how quickly do you guys head back to the house in order to,
As soon as we're done, as soon as we've drunk and had our plan and hatched a plan.
alright. So you guys,
Hatched it like a baby Arakakra.
so you guys head back towards to the house. Do you knock?
Of
Naturally.
course.
Yeah.
Probably, as
Only
is the
polite.
courteous thing to do.
There's no answer.
Housekeeping.
Oh boy,
Dun,
I
dun,
don't
dun.
like this.
Avon calling. Dun, dun, dun.
Is this the twist?
Let's call as witnesses. Dun, dun, dun.
Miss Collins witnesses is the idea of the Jehovah's Witnesses for a fucking death and betrayer god is the greatest and most terrifying thing I've ever heard simultaneously.
Hello,
Would
witness.
you have a moment to speak about your Lord and Savior? Dun, dun, dun. It's not Miss Kala, but we're here to talk about them anyway.
Let's.
Yeah, I turned to our Goliath friend. Does he not usually answer like this all the time? Is he pretty reserved? I guess.
Okay, something's probably wrong. Kick to the door.
He's. Wait, you're before Drogon answers, you're kicking the door.
I kick in the door. Something's clearly wrong if he hadn't responded to any of that.
Open up that door.
We're
So-
back. Sorry about your door. That's about to
Archimedes?
get broken, I guess.
So-
Archimedes?
When you guys walk in,
Birds had a
Archimedes-
heart.
You mean when we B&E?
Archimedes.
He's fallen and he can't get up. He can't get to his fantasy life alert.
Help! I've fallen and I can't
Hang
get
on.
up.
I fall.
Okay. Wait. Let the DM speak.
As you guys come in, Avasi is in fact laying on the floor.
Avasi,
Not-
what?
Avasi?
Not Avasi. Archimedes.
Archimedes.
He's laying on the
You.
floor. He doesn't appear to be moving.
Clarice, faster than you've ever seen her move, rushes over to him and casts Spare the Dying, just in case.
Can I
Well-
make a medicine? Can I make a medicine check?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Does
Nat-
Spare the Dying do anything?
Wait. Natural 20.
Oh, he fucking dead.
Huh.
Hey, don't you have a spell for
Oh my
that?
God.
I mean, if he died from old age, then I can't do much about
Yeah,
that.
about that.
Well, I think we can test that.
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
wasting. My
would
spells
like-
can't
I would-
revive anyone that's died from old age.
I would like all of you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I don't like
Oh,
that.
I'm good
well,
at these.
It's a good thing I'm proficient in
Yeah,
those.
it's a good thing my wisdom
Well, at
save
least,
is.
Oh, that's a 21. That's a
24.
22. That's a 22. Oh, fuck.
27.
I'm glad I have a
guys
plus
feel
10.
another presence in the room.
I whip out my bow and I shoot it, whatever it is.
Okay, you shoot
Yes.
the wall, but if you'll let
Can
me
I-
fucking
Sharpshooter. I'm
finish.
declaring damage. I'm declaring
Can I-
sharpshooter.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can find
Hold
the
on.
person?
Please, if I may.
Yes.
You may not.
Alright, let
So-
him speak.
I magic missile the darkness. No.
Funny that you
My
should
actual
mention.
missile the darkness.
Funny that you should mention casting magic missile on the darkness. So when you go to look and see what it is, you just shoot instantly at whatever it is. Your arrow goes through the somewhat black void, and there's a pair of yellow eyes.
I snap my
That's-
fingers and I cast Sacred Flame immediately.
That's not good.
Oh my god, it's the monster hidden in the darkness.
Oh my god.
I
It's the
can't
monster
think-
under my
So I
bed!
cast Sacred Flame. Does it do anything?
You cast Sacred Flame. It's a dex save, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Ooh, okay. Does it deal any damage on a pass save?
No, it does not. If he passes,
It just
DC
the flames just seem to light up and sort of just sputter out against the darkness that is his form.
That's not-
Fire another arrow at the eyes.
And the darkness just seems to be over where the rune is.
Who
I've
are
fired
you?
another arrow at the eyes.
Stop wasting your fucking
I-
arrows.
dive forward and I grab the rune.
I have an ass load of these.
Are you
Come
going
on.
to dive into the darkness?
Yeah, do you really want to fucking do that?
I get next to it and I try to grab the rune. I don't dive headfirst into the darkness. I try to reach in and grab it though.
I need you to roll a wisdom save with disadvantage.
Fine. Uh, 13.
Okay, you feel something creeping into your mind. It simply says, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yeah, why not?
Who
um,
are you?
But you do
I
manage
appreciate-
Moo are you?
What?
I
But you do
appreciate the
manage-
less than 0 fucks given.
Never mind.
but you do manage to reach in and realize that the rune is already gone as the darkness just seems to dissipate into smoke and
Well,
billow out into the air.
Well, shit.
Something
Cleric,
tells me
Better
that
revive the bird wizard.
something tells me
I-
that she has been listening in the entire time.
I
Oh.
look over Archimedes. Can I tell if it was natural causes or if he was killed?
Roll a medicine check.
I'll say I also
did he die when he
have-
was killed, or did he die from the old age?
I also have,
That's a 17.
I also have Revivify if we need to.
Revivify.
Whatever.
That was
So
what
this
we
is
were
an
implying.
interesting case. Technically, the exact thing that killed him was not a natural cause, but you can tell from examining him, he was on the verge of dying of old age. He would probably only have a few hours to live if you revived him.
So he wasn't, but it's not worth it.
Exactly.
Well,
Why did it
It
time right?
appears-
Well,
it appears that we will have to go back to,
I have
Valkas.
I have an idea.
and that would be
Clarice sits down and casts Commune.
Clever.
Ooh.
Good idea. That's good idea.
After I get to ask, it takes a minute to cast, and I get to ask my deity 3 yes or no questions.
Who is your deity?
Shy.
Okay.
Wait, you're a death cleric and your god is the fuck god?
Is it? I
Yes,
just looked over the.
Your god is the fuck god.
I looked over the list and which one would be the grave cleric domain of the whatever of the good, and that was the one that was there, so I picked that one.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
it
you have
would
only
be Shy.
yourself to
Shy
blame
is,
for this, then, Boone.
yeah, cause Shy is the god of life. So
I didn't know what any of the gods did, so I was just
worship
like
the
following
fuck
your
god.
list, but none of them have descriptions.
Well,
You can't
it's
blame me for
official.
not knowing.
Shy
No.
is the necrophiliac god.
I'm not saying that that's what it is. I'm just saying that's what the data implies.
I would like to note that the good god for death domain is Mizkala. That's why I couldn't make it grave domain too. So it wouldn't make.
Well, I'm a
make
grave
sense.
domain cleric, so I just picked what was the good one.
And looking
The
at
god of
grave,
death
and
and
I
the
looked,
child.
and when I looked at death, when I looked at grave domain, it seemed fitting for Shy. So.
No, I was about to say mechanically overall with all of the things that Shy are in Shy's domain, that makes sense. It's just a funny coincidence.
It's just
I
a
just had no
funny
idea.
coincidence.
Clarice, don't fuck.
Clarice,
But
don't
I need
fuck.
now I need to.
Not
Which is-
anything living, anyway.
But I'm Tish.
So anyway,
I gotta think of my 3
First,
questions as
yeah.
I sit there.
and of course,
I'm gonna-
normally the gods don't appear directly, but
I
but
assume
you
it's just
do-
gonna be like a voice in my head or some sort of
Yes.
feeling that's gonna give me a yes or no answer.
Yes.
DM.
This isn't Art Mandaleo. Shy's not gonna show up and be like, "What's up, bitches?"
DM.
Yes.
May I go outside and check and see if there's any caricatures? Kind of.
Sure. Go outside.
Yeah,
and
I'll
roll
go out
perception.
and do a perception check, too.
Yeah.
Alright.
both of you guys.
This isn't,
let's
I was
do it,
gonna say,
Steven.
this isn't Ard Mandaleo where we have a 40-minute conversation with the god of sex about dicks and which kind are better.
That'll be a 30 on my perception check.
That'll be a nat
19.
20, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
There's no one particularly suspicious around.
That you can see.
I
He
also
rolled a
rolled a
nat
nat
20.
20, though.
Yeah, he rolled a nat 20. So there's no one particularly suspicious around.
But
I guess
I
my first
rolled-
question
I-
is, has that
Oh no, wait, Steven, you also rolled a nat 20, which is how you got
Yeah,
the
on my
30, yeah?
perception check.
So
It's
then
a
how do
30.
you want to reconcile that, Boone?
You know for a fact that there's nothing different about what's going on than was going on yesterday, and what was different has happened inside this house.
Okay.
It's just
What?
a typical day. Other than what's going on in this house, it's a typical day.
Okay. That
Ugh.
makes sense.
Okay.
So I would like to be like, so I'm thinking the first question should be, has the thing that took the rune gotten far? So that's a yes or no answer.
Yes.
Does that seem like a okay? It's gotten far?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Has it gone back towards the north, towards Valkas?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, that's good.
Is it still here in Cambodia? Cambodia. Cambodia.
No.
No. Okay.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see what the fuck?
You can roll a religion check to see what the fuck.
God damn it. I'm not as good at that!
Well, I'm sorry. That's what's happening.
Actually, I lied! I'm just as good at that! Oh, and that's a 19!
So... You know that the sort of black smoke with yellow eyes is associated with Muldoon taking action?
That's not good.
And Muldoon was the god of death that was deposed by Mescala because he's just too evil even for the god of death.
Well, God doesn't gotta be evil. Hi, Raven Queen. Regardless.
Sorry.
So
that
it's
my-
not going north, and it's not here anymore, so where does that leave our options?
It's extraplanar. It's gone.
Should we try going after it?
No.
What are we... Okay,
It's like I said, it's extraplanar. It's gone.
Do you have more spell slots for commune?
I do. I have one more spell slot.
I
Because
have.
that is something you can do to get more information.
I can try that again. That's
Now
fine.
that you know, now that Jasper's telling you that it was Muldoon who took it.
Okay. I do have to make note that if you cast the spell 2 or more times before finishing your next long rest, there is a cumulative 25% chance for each casting for the spell that you get no answer. The DM makes this roll in secret.
Oy.
Just
I
figured I'd
need
make
to-
this fair.
Okay, I'm gonna make that rule in secret then. Alright.
Is the rune still on this plane?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I turn to the party. What should my other 2 questions be? It's still on this plane, so that's a start.
Ask if he brought it to someone else.
Has it been delivered to someone else?
No.
He still seems to still have it. I have one more question. What seems to be the most important thing at the moment?
Where has he gone?
It has to be a yes or no question.
The only other thing I can think that would be
It hasn't gone north towards Valkas. It's not here anymore.
the only other thing I can think that would be of use to know would be if he's planning on keeping it.
Is
If
he
he's-
planning? That's a good idea. Is he planning on keeping it?
No.
No.
He is delivering it to someone else. Oh fuck. I think this is above our pay grade, lads.
I would like to know that you guys are betraying the military that you were a part of, so technically you don't really have that pay grade anymore.
Well, we didn't betray anybody. We were actually intercepted. It is actually gone. So the plan was to do one thing, but it worked out so that we don't have to. So it's all fine.
Well,
Well, it's not fine. But it'll do, I guess. I say we just go back, tell them the truth. That's all we've got at this point.
The truth being that we showed up, it was taken. We don't know where the fuck it is.
We can look for it
I
another
feel
time. Or...
like I somehow foreshadowed this or predicted this.
A little bit. An
A little
accident.
bit.
A little bit.
An odd coincidence, yes, but
Yeah, I would say so.
we should get out of here then.
Yeah.
I would prefer to spend as little time here as possible. Not, she looks at the Goliath, not here per se, but this country.
Yeah, no, I... What's wrong with Carmoria?
I
She's not
am
fun.
born and raised, considered a traitor.
Oh.
We could always just get on a boat.
We could just get on a boat, we could fuck right off, but I feel like, given present circumstances, I feel like I'd rather Avossi have it, and then our new large associate tries to talk him out doing something fucking stupid with it, then we let a fucking disowned death god keep it.
Well, he's delivering it to someone else, and he's not going north, so I don't know who he could be delivering it to.
Yeah, I also don't trust anybody that my Claire would be bringing it to, so I think that we just... I say that we take our friend back, we tell him what happened, and then we fuck off.
Sounds like a
Is
plan
there
to
any
me.
way I can track it?
Let's
I
do
can
that.
take locate object in the morning. If it's ever within 1,000 feet of us, I'll know.
Wait, I have locate object right now.
Use locate object right now.
I'll do that.
Is it within 1,000 feet of us?
No. You were already told it wasn't in Carmoria!
Oh yeah, it's gone. It's left the country.
It's not in the country, and it's not going north, so it's probably going south.
Well, let's just go back and tell them what fucking happened.
Yeah, I say we
Fuck's
do
sake,
that.
we're wasting time. Fuck's sake.
You know what? I'm fucked one way or the other.
Aren't we all?
I'm fucking off to Cheon Bly.
Aren't we
I'm
all?
gonna get on a. I'm gonna walk out into the ocean, just swim somewhere. Who knows what will fucking happen? I don't know. I don't care. Just tell the boss man I died or something. I'm done with all this bullshit.
Fine by me.
I
Not
mean,
exactly,
it's easier
maybe.
than having to keep the lie up.
Can't exactly blame you. I would have appreciated it, the escort back before you walked yourself back into the ocean, but
You know what? I can extend that courtesy to you. I'll get you up to the border. The rest is on you. Then I'm fucking right off.
It's fine.
Are we gonna
Oh,
just
well.
leave? Are we just gonna leave Archimedes here?
No, I mean
No.
obviously not, but I don't.
I pick up the dead Birdman in my arms, and I am very tall.
He
Where
deserves
should
at
we-
least a burial.
Where should we bury him? Where would he have wanted to be buried? Do you know?
God, what was the...
He'd want to be buried in Valkas.
Then we go to Valkas.
Then we take him back with us.
All
Let's
right.
go.
For Clarice coming off so abrasive, she is very gentle with his body.
She takes her job very seriously.
She does.
I was
So,
considering you're dying.
so you guys make your way back towards the border, and things have changed. The scenario is very different. Would you come back?
Oh, wait, was that one person I recognized following? Or
No.
see me? Okay.
They might see you, but they don't really. They might see you at a glance, but they don't really bother.
Okay.
You.
Okay.
So, you guys get back towards the border, and the situation is different, especially with the meteors falling from the sky towards the Vulcan troops.
I'm sorry.
Well-
Wait, what?
Well, that's not good.
Well,
I'm sorry.
looks
Who's
like-
what?
Please elaborate.
I don't know. I guess a kobold got his hands on a meteor swarm spell.
Terrible.
Somebody sure as fuck did.
Tragic.
That's not good.
You guys are seeing
Well-
massive retreats and people running and screaming as the battle lines just seem to go more and more into Valkas.
What the fuck is happening?
They got
Seems
in,
like the
clearly.
war is turning the tides.
The tides have turned.
You can't just whip. Don't you know anything about fucking magic? You can't just whip around meteor swarm.
I know
Well,
that.
someone did.
Yeah, someone McFucking did.
He's looking around to see if he can find a caster.
Ooh, you know what?
Roll a perception check!
No,
Fuck it,
wait.
I'll get in on that action.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I have detect magic, but
What? It's
That's-
fucking all over the place. We're looking
22.
for. That's a 15.
I'll take a cursory glance. Nope. Not even gonna bother giving you my number.
I'm not even gonna bother rolling.
So,
That's
Skipper
fine.
got a 22. Is anyone else rolling?
I
I'm
got
not
a
gonna
rolled.
15.
bother rolling.
But I got a whole heck
What-
of a 9.
What did Jasper get?
15.
Okay. Jasper, you think you see someone on top of like one of, because you know they have like sort of wooden guard posts. You think you see someone on top of one of the wooden guard posts doing something. Skipper, you can identify that they have a holy symbol of Orion in their hand, and it's glowing.
They have a what?
They have a holy symbol of Orion in their hand, and it is glowing.
I have no idea if that's good or bad because I'm not familiar with
Orion is one of the good goddesses.
Oh, okay.
And it is glowing. And you know what? For a 22, I'm gonna give you this. And
Oh,
it is
Rhea.
no,
Okay.
Orion.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
I'm not,
Uh,
oh. The nature
Um,
goddess.
And this is a summer Eladrin.
Oh.
And she does not look happy about the it's. In fact, I'll let you roll an insight check, Skipper.
Yeah, okay. Last one. 16. Lucky I haven't been flubbing those insights.
She definitely looks very unhappy about doing this, almost as though she feels like it's necessary. She needs to do it, not so more so than it being something.
And
that
you said she was a summer lad?
Yeah.
10 gold says this chick is his wife.
His wife was not. The Eladrin was not his wife.
Oh.
I explained this before.
I didn't.
We went over this.
Yeah, I didn't. I also thought this for a split second, so I'm in the same boat as Steven. Anyway, I misconstrued as well.
With the various internet issues and stuff, it was a little hard to have certain pieces fit in the proper place.
Am
It's
I
fine.
able to discern
Anyway.
that she is the one dropping these meteors?
Oh yeah, totally.
Well, I'm gonna walk my ass right on up to her.
Same.
Me.
So you're gonna climb the guard post towards her?
Sure, why the fuck not? I'll roll athletics even.
I guess I'll follow.
I'm carrying a dead body. I'm just staying put.
I guess I can roll
Then
athletics.
no, there's a
How high
ladder.
up is
There's a
how high up
ladder.
is the guard post?
It's like 20 feet up, but there's a ladder.
Okay. Jasper's gonna go up too. He tells the other
Yeah.
two, just wait at the bottom. We'll be right back.
Yep.
No, I'm going up there too.
Hi,
Yeah.
were you a friend of Archimedes and Drogon?
Clarice doesn't need to roll a history check. She knows who this is. This is Madrina.
That's Madrina. She's cool.
Yeah, I figured. Summer Eladrin and whatnot.
What the fuck are you doing?
Dropping meteors, obviously. Look,
What
you
is
want an escort, like, straight up to Avasi?
what?
So you can drop
is-
meteors on his face personally? Cause that's what I'm offering.
Oh no.
You think I want to do this?
Not particularly, you seem pretty upset about it. But if you'd like to make this quicker,
Welcome back.
I mean, we can do this one way or the other. The other way being we just leave you to your business and go bury Archimedes like you'd have wanted.
What is the point of you lobbing these meteors?
Pretty obviously to throw the lines into chaos. You
There's
know, meteor
plenty of-
swarm's a fucking huge spell.
Skipper, listen. Shut up.
I'm just done with everything right
Skipper.
now.
Skipper.
Hey, you and me
Shut
both.
it.
You hear from all the way down the ladder.
There's plenty of ways for you
Why-
to be doing this. This is
Why are you doing this?
Thought I just answered that
Because
question.
shush.
Because
how else am I supposed to get him to stop?
You can speak to him. You can go to his. You can go
If
talk to
he
him.
refuses to speak to anyone,
and have you tried?
unless Melanie were to show back up.
I can put Archimedes' dead body gently on his desk
We
before burying it
both-
properly. That's an option.
We both know that that's not going to happen, but you would doubt him? You have... This is one of the heroes, correct?
Yes.
You have traveled with him for a long time. You're going to doubt his trust in you, his faith in you, his companion.
And what if he does the same to her? You
He's
know,
kinda
like
gone
the
cuckoo
parent
bananas.
that he's been doing.
I
He's
mean,
can't-
gone banana.
Okay.
You can't just kill innocent people because of this.
It's wrong.
This is
And you know it.
hardly
I'm
killing
not-
innocent people. This is a
I
war.
know-
All right. Am I the
you
only one who
know that it-
understands that?
This is a war started out of a personal vendetta. All of these people are innocent. He
You
dragged
would
he
kill
dragged
innocent.
these people he dragged these people into conflict and death because he's in mourning.
Would you killing innocent people? Are you any better than him?
These men wouldn't be here if he wasn't throwing a fucking hissy fit because he's in grief. And I understand. I get it. I've had to bury family. But I didn't drag entire nations and thousands of people to their fucking deaths because of it.
I'm sorry.
You-
Who are we mad at right now? Because it sounds like we're mad at both of them, and we should really only be mad at the one.
I am mad at both of them. Because you, he turns to her, you and the others, I'm presuming, are strong enough that should the worst happen, that you can take care of him. Like he said, if you need to be delivered to his door, and the only way to make him stop is to make him take a dirt nap for 10 years, and that's the way it has to be. But I'm not going to sit here and let you use innocent people's lives as bargaining chips. because of this.
So what's it gonna be?
I'm offering an escort right up to him. I can do that.
If it were up
You know-
to me, I would have dragged you back in an instant.
You know what? Madrina, they're right. We need to handle this ourselves. Like, with him. Is Vel here? Fuck if I know.
Might as well round out the 5 at this point.
Nope.
Well,
So, what will you do now? Because trust me, and she starts reaching for her long sword. There's an easy answer.
I wouldn't threat this person with violence.
There's an easy answer.
Oh my god, we're just trying to... We are... Just fucking stop, Peyton. Holy shit.
Frankly,
You're
and she
not
turns,
making the situation better.
frankly, I don't give a damn what you think. You mad,
Obviously. Otherwise, you'd have some more
mad-
consciousness about how you're acting.
you mad, murderous, psychopath, rabid dog.
Oh my god,
You
shut
are
the...
not one to speak.
Hello,
Jasper's
Pot.
gonna-
My name's Kettle. Name's Kettle. How are you doing, Pot?
So what's it
I
going
just
to
wanted
be?
say, you're black.
So what's it going to be?
Jasper's gonna roll his eyes, even though it's distinctly not visible, given, and he's going to take her by the. He's gonna take her, the other hero.
You guys
He's
aren't.
gonna grab her.
You guys
He's
aren't
gonna
giving
grab-
me a chance to respond to what. To the.
I was gonna
prompts.
say, to get out of this conversation, he's going to grab her by the wrist and misty step her to the ground.
Who, me?
No, the heroine. Leave the two of you up there to bicker.
Peyton drops down
Thanks.
and
They-
just starts fucking walking.
They are worse than Valinavasi.
I've been dealing with it for the past couple of days. I figured this was the
I'm
fastest
so
way.
sorry.
It's alright. It's alright. Just
Man, I was just there, man.
go. It's
Get
over.
on my... Get off my dick.
It's over. We've settled it. We're leaving.
Let's go.
So, Madrina and Drogon start heading towards the capital. Are you guys going to head towards the capital as well?
That
I
seems to be where the
Yeah,
plot's going.
I mean,
I
how
I
else are we supposed to
absolutely-
escort them?
Okay.
We are their escorts.
I am absolutely going to the capital, as I was trying to say.
Yeah.
So you all head towards the capital. And
Yep.
the battle lines, sure enough, seem to be shrinking towards Valkas much more quickly. The meteor swarm has stopped, by the way. It was just the one.
I mean, yeah.
And she wasn't trying to completely obliterate the forces. She was just like, more people are going to die if we don't get this thing ended. And she explains this to you. Her logic was that less people will die if it ends quicker.
No, I'm sure, but this, I don't know how you thought that was quicker than doing it this way, but sure.
I've tried talking to him before, but well,
Yes, because she's supposed to know that she's supposed to just be able to do that. Sure. She's supposed to know that we can do that right off the bat. Sure. Fuck.
and eventually the battle lines almost seem to be moving with you. And congratulations, you guys have managed to make this the worst possible ending you fucking could.
Yeah,
Wait,
well,
what? Well,
We made this the what ending?
The
best
The
worst
worst
ending.
possible ending.
I don't know how.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know, my dude.
I don't know.
Because Avasi has a weapon called the Rune Lance.
As what?
The Rune Lance. And you guys are level 10.
Yeah, we're fucking dead.
We're not gonna fight the man.
No,
Guess I'm not
I have
planning
a
on
I
it.
have a very distinct plan about how we're not gonna fight this dude. He's going. What's the girl's name one more time?
Madrina.
Madrina. He looks at Madrina and he says, I would imagine that you might be of a little bit fairer temperament than our large friend here. Yes?
Most of the time.
Good. I'm going to give you a head start. He is going to... All he has to do... I can do this from 500 fucking feet away. So like outside the fucking building, even down the fucking block before any guards at all. He looks at the rest of the party and he goes, I'll be back in a second, I think. Worst comes to worst.
Where are you going?
Like I said, I'm going to give our friend a head start.
If
She
she's gonna
goes
go in...
up to Jasper and she places a hand on his shoulder. You better come back.
Oh,
I certainly would hate to lose my traveling companion. She smirks at him.
it'll be easy. In and out.
Well,
I'm going to hold you. I'm going to hold you to that.
if she's going in first, I'm just gonna do this, and I'm just trying to see if either bless or guidance would work better,
I think
I
Bless
think-
would probably work better.
because it's the different either advantage on like persuasion checks or like save, like because bless is mainly for saving throws, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I tap her for one of those. I'm just trying to figure out which one it is. So let's just say I do that, and I'll tell you which one it is after I figure it out. Attack roll or saving throw, and guidance is general checks.
So he is going to...
Bless on the both of you, pretty much.
He is going to take her and he is going to dimension door her into his office. Ooh.
Both got blessed.
So Madrina is not entirely surprised to find herself in Avasi's office, as Avasi is like formulating his escape plan, seeing that everything's going to shit. And he sees... He's not shocked to see Madrina, and he's not mad to see Madrina. But when his eyes go over to you... Oh, he is real mad. Because, like, he gave you orders.
We tried to fulfill them, to be fair.
Yeah, he looks
We
at him
did.
and he says, "We went there for runes, but we found this one instead."
Avasi, stop. Like, all of this is completely ridiculous. Because of Melanie? And I'm gonna have Avasi roll a thing. Wow, you guys managed to avoid the worst possible ending. He just, like, This is probably the first time you'd seen this. He just starts to break down. And eventually just falls to his knees.
Jasper lets out a very long-held breath. It's all right.
I didn't start this.
You're perfectly capable of ending it, of making it all right. This doesn't need to go any further. We don't need to hurt more people.
You're right. He begins to step out of his office. And he goes towards the balcony. The fighting below him Attention, soldiers of Valkas! Fall back. This war is over. We've lost. Avasi gives up control over Valkas. Over the ensuing... We're just going to get rid of that. Or... No. Not that. Let's do it. Okay. I'm going to make... There we go.
Stream layers.
Over... the ensuing several years, the territory that was once Valkas divides. Into the borders you see here now. Just ignore that little brown blob in the corner there. That doesn't exist yet. Certain people who felt very strongly about the war wind up over here in the island of Valisat. And of course, Carmoria being the ones to call attention to the expansionists, which wasn't really the reason, but Carmoria really just wanted an excuse to expand more. Carmoria ends up splitting off, and the nation of Onzet is born as well. So you guys managed to turn the worst ending into the best ending.
Yeah, I still don't know how we were on the worst ending. That still doesn't make any sense to me.
You were about to all die by way of...
I mean...
by
I
a
was
boss.
actually Look, I was expecting us to all just die.
You say that, but we had action economy on our side.
We did have A, we had action economy on our side, and B, Jasper, not horrifically unlike Ray, is like, hey, let's try every dialogue option until we have to fight, hey?
Which was smart, but
Yeah,
also
we
could
weren't
have
gonna
been
run up-
very bad if the dialogue options didn't go well.
If we fight, hey, high charisma is good for shit like this.
Yeah.
There's a reason that Clarice didn't go.
There's a reason that Max Charisma Talkboy was the one who was like, hey, I'm just gonna fucking do this. Peace out, fuckers. Oh, God.
Congratulations, you have solved
I solved your war puzzle.
my war puzzle.
I was hoping for a little bit more fighting, not gonna lie. That's kind of... I
Same.
built a not very RP heavy character. I built more of a combat character.
Yes, same.
Because you gave us magic items and stuff, and I was expecting more combat that would make us needed.
I
Oh, I forgot about
I
that.
will explain off stream some of what happened there, some of the things that could have happened.
That we just
that did-
avoided.
Yeah, that you just straight up avoided. But that will conclude the stream. Thank everyone
Woo!
so much for watching. Even if you're watching this after the fact, thank you. This was my first stream. This was also my first one-shot. I don't know how well I did either, to be honest.
I can give you some feedback off stream if you want it.
Yeah,
Same.
fair enough.
I had fun. That was good.
And we will see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another stream that's not D&D related. Bye-bye.
Bye.